Okay. I think that's everything. All right. As usual, the first 45 seconds, I usually have no viewers. So it's usually like I'm talking to myself. So, whoop, we got our first person here. Hey, it's J Hook Crochet. And guess what, girl? I figured out how to work the monitor thing. So you officially have your little wrench tool so you can help me out here today. So thank you so much. And she says, hello, everyone. And don't forget to hit that like button when you come in. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, guys, if this is your very first time here, I'm Alysha, aka Little John Yarns. Every single week, I come out with a brand new live stream where I'm here to help you learn things to help you increase in your craft knowledge and maybe in your craft pocket with a little bit of money. So, what we're going to be talking about here today is beginner crochet design. I'm talking about absolute beginner crochet design. I'm trying to put my live stream so it caters to everyone. So this is going to cater to the beginner crocheter who wants to venture into making their own hats and maybe own designs. And also, this is going to cater to the one who wants to actually begin to create their own crochet patterns and sell them online. So this is for everybody right here. And before we get into all this information, oh, I forgot to say, for anybody who's watching this on a replay, I know my live streams always go long, so just make sure you watch the first 30 minutes. That's where I get to the most meat of the topic. All right, so I already did my welcomes and I told you about the topics for today. I always have everything written down right here so I'm not forgetting. Usually I would do Happy Mail right now, but right now I didn't receive any Happy Mail this week, but that's okay. You can always Happy Mail me at my Happy Mail address. Let's see if I can pull this up. I'm always forgetting where things are. There it is. Look at me. I'm technically inclined. You can send me a happy mail at this address right there, or you don't have to mail anything. You can also happy mail me at my email address. That link will be in the description box below. It's littlejohnyarns at gmail.com. You can always find me on anything attached to my name, Little John Yarns. Nothing ever varies. So, where's everybody from and what time is it exactly where you're at right now? Let's check into the chat and see how everybody's doing. I'm seeing Tammy LT from Ontario, Canada. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Diety, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Need an easy crochet pattern for heart coasters. Ooh, I'm probably a little bit late creating the Valentine's Day pattern by the time I create it, and it'll be Valentine's next week. And actually, next week is my husband's birthday, so he gets kind of a Valentine's birthday combined. All right. So right now, I'm going to talk about pattern design. I get emails and messages all the time with people asking me, like, Alysha, I am brand new to crocheting. I would love to learn how to crochet this pattern. Let me show you some of the patterns that I get requests for. As usual, whoops, let me see. I take you into the back end of my work. All right. People come to me like, I'm a beginner crocheter. Can you tell me how to create this pattern? Uh, I can't tell you how to create this pattern within a comment. Learning how to create patterns like this or anything, well, this was not too complicated, but actually learning how to create any of these actually takes time and practice. You're not just going to learn how to create these things overnight. It takes skills. When I first began crocheting, I didn't want to start off as a designer. The majority of I've been crocheting, I always say this, I've been crocheting for 13 years, not 13, 30 years. I've been crocheting for 30 years, but half of that, I was creating squares and rectangles. I never ventured outside of that. And I know a lot of you are feeling the same way and you're scared to venture outside of this. So I'm going to tell you some tips on how to be able to create your own patterns. So it won't be as long as my usual live streams, but make sure you get your pen and paper and follow along. And if you don't have it, don't worry. This time I was smart this live stream. I left a link in the description box. I wrote a complete blog with everything regarding just increased stitches, but anything where I'm going to talk about creating your own patterns, that's just going to be between me and you. So this is some free information you're getting that's not going to be on my blog. Oh, okay. You might notice some new things behind me. These are for the super chat. I don't know if you see the sign right here. You can always help support your YouTube influencers or anybody you like to watch on YouTube. You can donate through super chat if they're ever live. You'll see a little button that's down on the bottom of your viewer. If you're on mobile, if you're on desktop, it'll be on this side. It's shaped like a dollar. You just click that and you're able to donate. And if you do, we'll see if it works. I've set up 3 layered levels of super chat donations where things will automatically go off. So we're going to hope this works. So on the first tier, we have $4 in the below. We have the disco light that'll go off. So on the next tier for $5 to $9.99, we'll have bubbles that'll blow. We'll see if it works. And on the last level, it's it's a balloon inflator. It'll make a lot of noise, but that'll go off on 10 and above. So we'll see if that works. Either I'll blow a fuse or cause some electrical fire because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but hopefully this will all work out. Okay. So let's see what's going on in the chat right now before I get into the meat of this conversation. All right. Oh, we're talking about Valentine's. Paris says, my mom and dad were married on Valentine's Day, 1943. That's amazing. All right, we have another one. Dietta's Valentine's Day is our wedding anniversary of 49 years. Everybody, lift your cup and cheers to everybody that has a wedding anniversary that's on Valentine's. And you know, I'm a crochet entrepreneur. You see this cup? If you like this cup, I have more like this down in my crochet t-shirt shop. But if you're new to my live stream, we're not drinking tea here. We're not drinking coffee here. I drink wine to help me through my live stream. This is a stitch and sip type of learning event. So I'm going to try to get most of my information off in the beginning because usually by the time I'm in an hour, I'm slightly tipsy. So cheers to everyone here. So let's get into the meat of this topic. To begin, this is for the beginner crochet designer. If you're still stuck within creating squares and rectangles, that is absolutely fine. Most garments are created within using basic shapes, such as squares and rectangles. I actually have a blog post that was written by Belinda Smith, aka Posh Banash. I'm going to show you exactly how you can take your squares and rectangles and create something that you never thought you could. Let's see. Yep. Actually, here's one of them right here. This sweater right here, ooh, I wish I would have brung up the actual picture of it finished, but you can see the basic shapes of this sweater. You see, all I did was create a granny square. Can you create a granny square? It's simple. Yes, I put a V-neck in it, but you don't have to. You just create a square and place rectangles on the side. Let's see if I can actually find the pattern where I did this. Littlejohn yarns. Sorry guys, bear with me. I usually try to have this placed in here before I start. Sweater. Actually, most of my sweaters are based within using panels. Here we go. This is the top right here that you just seen when they're making that squares. It's not that complicated. If you can create squares and rectangles, the square is the body, the rectangles are the arms. Let me show you another one of the patterns because I'm not like a very intricate pattern designer. I can take a stitch and place it into panels. Let's go to this next one. This is another sweater completely made by placing 2 squares together, then putting rectangles on for the arms. Let's see if I was smart enough to, see, there's the body right here. A square, that's simple. And all I did was slip stitch for the neck, slip stitch for the neck. Let me scroll down some more and there's 2 of the arms. Simple as that. Some people even just crochet directly onto the project in the round. That's much easier. And this is how I put the top together. By using panels, you open up a world of brand new patterns. All right, let me bring myself back to myself. Dieta said, cake for everyone. Cheers. Okay, thank you very much. Ooh, I hope I say her name right. Ara? Ara said, I love this sweater. Oh, thank you so much. See how simple by using panels, you can make very easy sweaters. You don't have to worry about crocheting in a round over and over and over. All right. So next, we're going to talk about crochet increases. Let me make sure I'm right here. All right, I'm in the right section on my following along to my notes. Crochet increases are like the building blocks to creating different patterns. When you use crochet increases, they add shape, curve, or even widen any of your projects. So right now, I'm just going to take you along through my blog instead of showing you all the, well, actually, I'm going to show you some of the things that you can make, but just by increasing. Increasing, you can create ruffles, corners. Okay, I'm just going to take you back to my blog and walk you through exactly what I wanted to talk about. Okay, video capture. Not that one. Here we go. All right, during this session, you're gonna be seeing some symbols for crochet. Don't worry, it's just gonna be one symbol. These are the symbols for double crochet increase stitch. Woo! I'm glad I'm just at the beginning of this live stream because I'm already starting to slur a little bit. So we're going to start with the very basics. When you crochet, I like to call it crocheting a stitch in a stitch. When you crochet a stitch in a stitch, your pattern should be completely straight, absolutely no curves. But like I said, when you use increases, you're able to create shape to your item. As you can see right here, I have a picture of an item being increased. An increase is just 2 or more stitches placed within a pattern, such as this. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Doesn't matter. It can all be placed in one stitch. Is considered an increase. So we're learning what can you do with increase. An increase is great for widening your project. So imagine this right here is a crochet item you're making. This very first row is all your double crochets. So you want your item to get wider on either side. You increase, and it creates this widening effect. You think that you cannot create your own pattern? From this simple thing right here, and we already talked about creating panels, I created this back wing sweater. It's not complicated. All it is increasing stitches going up on either side. Just by placing 2 stitches on each end, widens your object by 2 stitches each row. So let's go down a little further where I'm at now. All right, so we've seen that it can also widen an object. It also takes you around corners. When you're finishing off your blanket and you think your blanket's just a little bit too dull, if you crochet evenly around your corner by placing 1 single crochet in each corner, you will bunch your object. You don't want that to happen. Whenever I do a border around something square, I always start with a single crochet row. For this, I put this in a different color so you can see it better in a pop. But actually, for this row right here, I would match it exactly to the base of my project. If my blanket was blue, this border would be blue, and the next row would be a different color if I needed it. But to increase while going around the corner for my borders, I place a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and that takes me right around the border. Oh my goodness! I got bubbles! Lori Murphy, thank you so much. I appreciate, oh my goodness. It works. Thank you so much. Oh, I got bubbles everywhere. Thank you. She says, thank you for this topic. Actually, this topic was specifically for you. You come by every single week, and know what? I do have trouble picking out topics every single week, and this one was a great one. I was a little bit afraid of choosing this one because I wasn't sure if I was able to explain it enough, but I believe I'm going to make this a crochet series. I'm going to make a couple more blog posts because it's just not about increased stitches. There's more behind this. I can't just explain this in one setting. So I'm going to try to do my best that I can to give you as much information. So maybe you can go back and binge watch. Like I said, if this is your very first time, this is going to be a long stream. Just watch the first half an hour and you're going to get a lot of this information. But, oh, I forgot everybody. For Lori Murphy, raise your cups. Cheers. Oh, we got J Apple back. She said bubbles. And J Hook Crochet says it works. I'm so surprised it works. And I don't know what type of bubble stuff I use. I wish you guys could smell this because it smells very delicious. Oh, we got Dieta. She said bottoms up. So therefore, and J Hook said cheers. Okay, let me get back into the topic. So what was I talking about? Let me go back to the other screen. Uh-oh, I lost my... Uh-oh, the bubbles is messing up my thing on the background. Maybe I shouldn't put the bubbles so close to my computer. Oh, no. Okay, I think I got it. Guys, wait. The bubble... Okay, I think next I'm going to cover up my keyboard now, so the bubbles don't mess with the screen. Okay, let me go back to where I was. Let's see. Video capture. Where was I? Okay, we talked about going around a corner. Other people have also gone around the corner. My grandma, when she first taught me, she taught me 3 single crochets going around the corner. And that's what I did for years until I discovered I prefer doing single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay. All right, now we're going to get into creating spirals. When I told you when you crochet a stitch in a stitch, it creates a straight pattern. But for these spirals, for this first spiral, all I did to create this was place 3 single crochets in each stitch. And look, it creates a perfect spiral. And the more single crochets you put in a stitch, the tighter the spiral is. This one right here is created with 4 crochet stitches placed within each and every stitch. Crochet increases can change the way you work any of your patterns. All right, let's pull it down some more. All right, so this is a ruffle. If the spiral had a sister, it would be the ruffle because they're almost worked the exact same row, the exact same way, but with additional rows. So this piece right here, imagine having a chain of, it doesn't matter what number of chain, but in each chain, I put 3 double crochets in each chain across. That was the very first row. The second and sequential rows, I just put 1 stitch in each row. The base of the wave was the increases in the base of the row, and each row on will create a ruffle effect. All right, let's scroll down some more. All right, this is like the big one, creating a flat circle. The key to creating any type of hat or basket is learning how to create a flat circle. If you hate math, then being a crochet designer is not for you. Let's see. I can probably explain this circle. Imagine this being a cutout section of the circle. This 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take it back up here. Where are we? All right, imagine this being a cutout section of the circle right here. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so we all can see. Actually, so I can see. All right, so you're on, avoid this, don't even look at this row right here. But for each row of your circle, you will do increases. So you increase the first stitch, 2 double crochets in each stitch, then single, 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 double. Each row, you just increase. Can you see the pattern going on? There's 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. In this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It keeps increasing. These circles are, it's mathematical. For it to create this pattern, it has to be the same. See, the first one is increase, double crochet, increase. So it's one double crochet in between. The next one is 2 single double crochets in between. The next one is 3 double crochets in between. And the next one is 4. Can you see, to create this perfect circle, it has to be mathematically correct. You cannot just add random things going along the side. All right, where is me? Okay, I've been talking a lot. Whew, I need to take a drink. Oh, Dieta said, I would love to learn granny squares. Actually, that's another form of increasing. Let's see if I'll see if I can squeeze that in after I'm done with talking everything right here. Okay, Iris says, this is already so helpful. I'm glad you find this helpful. Reggie, aka J Hook Crochet. She told me, I didn't realize this. I guess a lot of people just usually talk casually back and forth on their live streams, and they don't have a topic. And a lot of you might be preferring having a topic during a live stream, so we're just not, I don't know, hee-hawing around. You're actually learning something. All right. Okay. Diana also says, graphs really helped me out. And she says she prints them out. Okay. Now that you got the basics of how to create, what increases can do, how to create a curve and what that curve can do, this can go into creating a crochet hat. And I thought I set up, yes, I did. All right. When you create a crochet hat, when you're increasing each row, you're creating a very flat panel, right? And if you're creating a hat, that is the crown of your head. And after you create the crown of your head, what do you do when you want the hat to curve back down? You put 1 stitch in each stitch. I'm going to take you to this blog post for somebody who shows exactly what I'm doing. And all this information, I was super smart this live stream. I linked all the information down below. So if you want to learn how to crochet any hat by doing in a flat circle, then creating from there, that link is going to be below. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, we did this one. Pinterest. Here she is. All right. When you create a hat, I follow these rules all the time. I got them pinned in Pinterest. Actually, they're starting to be a little memorized in my brain. So you'll measure from left to right the circumference of the hat. And that'll tell you what size hat you should make. So recognize this spot right here. Don't look at these ones yet. Just look at this spot right here. As you can see, theirs is measuring 5. We're going to go down to their chart. 4 or 5 inches if you're outside of the United States. I'm sorry, the United States still loves to use the imperial number system. If you use the metric system like the 99% of the world, there's probably another link you can follow. Pinterest is awesome. So we're going to go, we seen it was 5 inches across. We know 5 inches across is for a 1 to 3-year-old toddler. Simple as that. So when you reach that width across, oh my goodness! Oh my God! Oh, I just had a heart attack! Oh, I see if I can get the things to go off. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. I was not expecting that at all. Woo, who's this from? Christina Brownlee, thank you so much. I'm glad I finally got to see a live stream. You have helped me to learn more about crochet and reading patterns. I am so glad I can help, and thank you so much for donating. I'm glad I was off camera for that one because I almost like jumped out of my pants. I didn't realize how loud that would be. Thank you so much. And I forgot to cover my computer screen. Give me a second. I have to get a towel real quick. I'm still here, guys. Don't worry. I'm here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now I'm going to take this. I'm covering my computer screen, so it's all good. So everybody, raise your cup and cheers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Scared the bananas out of me. Oh my gosh. Victoria Price says that was so funny. You should see all the bubble. I think next time maybe I should put the bubbles on the floor because it's just spraying everywhere, but it's entertaining. It's okay. Okay. Christina Brownlee, she says, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Victoria said, cheers. All right. So let's get back to our lesson plan. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I still got the giggles. All right, so we realize when it is 5 inches across, that is the width of a toddler. And when you place one stitch in each stitch, it creates like a tube. It'll drop down from where the hat is. So let's see, let's go back up here. We're going to look at the hat height. So you know when to stop crocheting. So you know what size hat for whatever person. So you can see this was 5 inches across. She stopped at 5.5. So I'm guessing she's probably making this for a toddler. Well, she stopped at 5.5. Actually, she probably, I guess it would work for this one for 6 to 12 months. And it can go up to 6.5. She probably should have added a row. But charts like this help you create a hat. So if you know how to increase into a circle, where's my face? If you learn how to increase into a circle, I can't find where I put my circle because I'm all over the place. Regardless, once you get that, we'll go back to this. You do the size. You just put one stitch in one stitch and it creates the tube of the outside of the hat. You can use this with any stitch pattern. You want to do a bobble stitch? Do increases on a bobble stitch. I think I have, yes, I'm prepared. I have a bobble stitch hat. Well, actually, this is a bad. This is actually a good example of working with panels or a tube. This hat right here is not worked like the other hat. This is just, I chained the width of my head and created just a row of puff stitch going around and around and around, and it had an open tube for the head. And what I did for the top, it just cinched it off. I would put this on my head and showed you, but you know, my hair is super cute right now. Oh, I got bubbles all in my hair. I can't see which way to pat my head. Oh, and this pattern, I've been wearing it for the past couple weeks and it's finally coming out. This pattern is being featured on the Underground Crafters blog post. I did remember to leave her link down below, and I'll be on the 10th. I believe is the 10th Monday. So I'll also be releasing the corresponding YouTube tutorial that goes along with it. Okay, let me check into the chat and see what's going on. Oh, Marwill is here. Thank you, Alysha. You're so helpful, helping me so much. Even though I'm blind, you're motivating me to keep on trying and keep pushing it to start a business. Thank you. You know what? This is a very hard niche to get into, but if you know exactly what you're doing, not know exactly what you're doing, if you follow a certain step, if you learn the background behind this, because it's not all about talent. I tell people all the time, I know there's a lot more talented crocheters out there. I love crochet. Crochet is my heart, and I think I'm pretty good at it, but I know I'm very smart with learning the things that go behind it, learning how to push myself into the forefront. And if I can help any of you do the same thing, I believe there's enough crochet money in the world for all of us. We can make this together. Why not? All right, we got Mr. Robbie Jinx. Hello from Massachusetts. Oh, you jumped hook on. Oh, Jesus. We got another one. Oh, I forgot to cover the keyboard. Thank you so much. Oh, I lost. I'm so confused. I'm like screaming. I'm so sorry. I'm screaming. My daughter is laughing in the other room. I can't turn it off because my thing is charging back up. Okay, I finally got it off. Thank you so much, Barbara Crawford. I'm covered in bubbles.
What if the balloon pops?
Oh, I'm glad it went off. My daughter just said, "What if the balloon pops?" I'm glad I just turned it off in time because it probably would have been horrible. But thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate the donation from the bottom of a heart. She says, "Keep giving it. Comes back to you." Everybody, raise your cup and cheers. I told myself to cover my laptop, and I didn't. Oh gosh, thank you so much. Let me scroll down and see what's going on. Oh, it's so bubbly over here. Oh. Frederick says, "Hello, I love crochet. Thank you for your help." Oh, Angela Young's in the house. Hey, welcome. Who else? J Hook Crochet. She's about to have another heart attack. I did have a heart attack. And the thing is, the bubbles hit my phone, so my phone wouldn't work. Let me scrub this off. So I couldn't turn off the bubbles. Can you imagine if the balloon would have popped at the same time? I probably would have had a heart attack, but I guess that's pretty cool. So I'm going to put my phone that turns it off over here so no bubbles will get on it. But okay, I wasn't expecting that one. All right. Oh, Relic Goods is here. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. This is fun. Installed a Chromecast and now watching on my TV. Okay, since you're laying up in the bed, I'm in your house. I'm looking around. Good job. It's pretty clean in here. Do you got your cup of wine? I hope you do, because it's almost time for me to fill it up again. Oh, Unchained Crochet said, "Agreed, I'm late to the party." All right, this cup is almost empty, so it's time to fill up before we go into talking some more about creating your own patterns. Oh, if you want, this is not like affiliate market or sponsor. This is not sponsored, but if you want to know what I'm drinking, I love box wine. This is Peter Villa Vineyards. This is the sweet and juicy red wine. I don't like dry wine. I love my wine very sweet. So cheers, everybody. Let's see if my papers, can you see it? It's all spotted and bubbled up. Oh, we're going back into pattern designs and what you can do. So now I'm going to take you back to another spot. Let's see. All right. You, like I said, have you ever been online and you see somebody crochets this beautiful crochet bralette or whatever it is, and they say, "This is freehand. I have no pattern." Everything has a pattern base. Like I showed you in the crochet hat, every hat has a base. You can use different stitches, but the structure of it is a flat circle, and that is caused with creases. Then when you stop the creases, which causes it to come down on the side. Same thing happens when you create a bralette. So don't be afraid of all this right here. Just know these little stitches mean, we're not looking at this crap down here, but we're just looking at the triangle stuff. Just know these stitches mean a double crochet. So actually, I don't like this pattern, but for me, when I create a bralette, I create a chain from the base of the bust all the way to the nipple, just a chain. Simple as that. And then I place one double crochet in each stitch until I make it to the peak, the very end. And that's when I do my increases. Can you see this is where the increases? See, in the second row, you place one double crochet in each stitch, increase at the top. Next row, one double crochet in each stitch, increase in the top. That increase at the top creates the fullness, that puckering, that cup for your breast to fit in. So when you see these patterns online for the A cup girl and you happen to be a D cup girl, do you know how you fix that for yourself? You still follow the same base pattern to fit your cup. Just keep adding rows until it fits your chest. Let me bring it back to myself. I lost me. Where am I? All right. So I don't want. I guess I'm going to use me. Oh, you can see through my top. I'm not going to use me. Where's my? Oh, I didn't realize that. But for your cup, I mean, okay, my fist is my boob. So that increase keeps will create a puckering that fills up your cup. So here's the crochet cup. These are the increases that fits your boob. So if you think, like I said, I can't fit any of these, just keep adding rows to what fits you and follow the pattern as is. Oh, another thing, let me take it back to the this same cup. Look, they turn the cup sideways and it's something completely different. This cup can be used in any designs. Let's see, crochet bralette. I can't spell it. Here we go. Let's look at some pictures of them. All the cups are basically the same. Basically the same. The base pattern, and they just add something different. Basically the same. If you can learn the base, you can do anything. All right, back to my mug. Am I there? All right, where am I? We talked about doing shapes and putting them into squares, making the shape of the body. All right, now this next part is for the, oh, before I go into the next part, I should probably go into the comments and see what's going on just in case you guys have any questions. Okay. Oh, and this is a great time to ask any questions. I know I talk so much and I don't give you room to talk, but if I do miss your question, it's because it's scrolling up in the live chat. Don't feel bad if you have to ask again. Please ask again. It's okay. It's fine. I'm going to get to your question as soon as I can. And if I'm missing it, another way for you to bring attention to your question or anything, you can donate through Super Chat as usual. All right. Let's scroll down in here. Let's see. We get Angela Long. She's telling everybody good afternoon, Beverly, Washington. Oh, Aquarian Queen. Thank you. What's this, number 3? Number 3, 4. I try to keep mental track of everybody who comes in. So this is I guess you're no longer a guest. This is your house, so make sure you sit back, relax, and grab your cup of wine and enjoy everything that's going on. Relic goods, not wine, mimosas. Everybody cheers. She got mimosas. That's orange juice and champagne, correct? You are such a fancy lady. Aquarian Queen says cheers. Scarlett says, hi, absolutely love your videos. I'm still new to crocheting. Anything other than scarves, a blessing. If you can make a scarf, girl, you could make a crochet sweater. Like I was just saying a couple minutes before, the square is the shape of the body. The rectangles is just the arm. You're crocheting a T. It just stitches together. You'll be amazed. Don't be afraid to venture outside of the box. Oh, Shelly says she can't drink wine. She says, enjoy, can't drink wine. Unfortunately, allergic to it. I'm sorry. Maybe try vodka. Dieta peach mojitos. So yummy. I think I'm finding all my fun alcoholic stitch ladies here tonight. Well, this afternoon. Okay, where are we at? Here we go. Oh, thank you, Jay Hook. She's reminding people to hit that like button. If you're liking this information, please don't forget to do that. Oh, I'm so far behind on the chat. All right, we're just going to hop into the very next. Oh, wait. I'm not going to hop. One more thing. Victoria Price just said, I got yarn from the Dollar Tree, and now I'm a yarn junkie. I just posted a video about yarn from the Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree has been consistently carrying this Just Yarn. This is a Premier yarn, and they've been restocking it. Usually the Dollar Tree only has like the discontinued yarns that they put out and they never restock. When you see those, you grab them and run because you're never going to see them again. Or they have those very ugly ruffle yarns. When I first seen them, I bought them all. Then I realized they're always getting ruffle yarns, and I'm never ever using my ruffle yarn. The only time I use my ruffle yarns was for like ornamenting. because I don't like to make ruffle scarves. But back to what I was saying, I made a video on this. I don't know, I didn't link it below because I didn't realize I'd be talking about it. But make sure you check that review. This Premier yarn, I found out they're mainly in the northern states of the United States, which happen to be colder. I'm realizing most people like in Texas, in Florida, in Alabama, they're not getting this yarn because I guess it's warmer states. But in Pennsylvania, where I am, they are restocking this. And this is good yarn. It's Premier yarn. And the only yarn that I had to compare it to was actually Premier Everyday yarn. It's very similar. But the only difference I would notice is the Premier yarn is more of a mercerized yarn. And this one is fluffier. You get less of a skein here. In this yarn, you would get 131 yarns. In the Premier yarn, you are getting, I believe it was 230. No, just 203 yards. This usually goes for $4.99. Scratch that. We'll just say $5. This goes for $5 and you get 200 yards. This goes for $1 and you get 130 yards. So two of these would only cost $2 and you're still getting so much more. Definitely go check that out. What's happening in the chat? Oh, Angela says, how do you make a sweater using panels on the addi? It's the same exact thing as making a panel using crochet stitches. Once again, guys, I'm going to try to show you where. Oh, Jesus! Oh my goodness! I didn't cover the keyboard. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Who's this from? Unchained Crochet. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. I almost had another heart attack. Oh, see if I can get all these off. My son is missing out. Right now, my son is at a monster truck show with his father. If you would have seen he's not missing out. He's at a monster truck show with his father. He'd rather see that than see Bubbles. But I know he would probably enjoy this every time it go off. But Unchained Crochet, thank you so much. Everybody, please, right now, your mojitos, mimosas, and right now I got my red wine. Cheers. I'm gonna have such a mess to clean up, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, where's my pencil? I'm gonna have see what I usually get distracted and don't know where I am. Oh, you're talking about panels on the addi. Now I was going to take you on the back end to what I was talking about. So let's say, here we go. Display capture, back to here. Where are we? While creating a panel. Where's Littlejohn yarns? Okay, we're just gonna use this picture right here. Let's say you're creating a panel on your addi. Your addi, for those who don't know, I'll show you exactly what an addi machine is in 2 seconds. So you'll create a panel which is probably half the size of this. So you'll have a half size of rectangle. You just put 2 rectangles together to make a square, and you have the base of your body. And then you can do the arms in rectangles too by creating panels. You do the same exact thing on your addi machine. Okay, guys, I'm usually showing you this every single week. Where is my, it's across the table. I'm just gonna have to mess up my stash over here. There's yarn stuck to it. Okay, this is the addi machine. I thought for somehow, some way, this always pops up on my live. And I did not link it below, but after the live stream, I'm going to try my hardest to remember to link this information below. The addi machine is like a regular peg loom knitter, but on speed. This bad boy, you can create a knit hat in less than 20 minutes. I created so many items with this. So what you do, you put the yarn on. Woo! I'm cranking it the wrong way. I need to pay attention. It's still on panel. There's a little button you have to click. Oh, I should have did that. Okay. And all you do is crank. Yeah, you crank, 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 and it creates this knit panel that comes off of it. I've made many things on my Addi circular knitting machine. Okay, I'll show you guys what I've made. I'm always taking you on the back end of my items. Let's see. I'm just not going to show you mine. Let's see. Addi Express. And guys, if you're a crocheter that always wants to learn how to knit, I definitely recommend purchasing this item. Come on, let me scroll. Look at these things that you can make on this machine. This is one of my patterns. I think that, okay, I didn't mean to click that, but JoJo Juju, I actually know her. She makes awesome patterns on the Addi Express knitting machine. Here we go. This is Yay for Yarn. She's awesome. Look at all these things you can make so quickly on here. Look at this shrug. I made this shrug in absolutely no time. You do not need to learn how to knit to use this machine. Like I said, I am not sponsored by them in any way at all. I just love this machine because I've always wanted to learn how to knit, and I've picked up the 2 knitting needles and I hate it. Nothing against knitters. You guys are talented. I love the way knit items look. It's just the knit stitch is so small. When I do a crochet stitch, let me see it. Crochet stitches are so much taller than a knit stitch. To me, I feel like I'll be working on something all day long. So when I found out about the Addi Express knitting machine, I believe I first seen it on YouTube, Margaret Olander, and I was like obsessed with this. Like, what is this magic? And I bought it, and there were so many things I was able to create. But I've made about 20 or 30 patterns for this. But the queen of this is definitely JoJo Juju. She has like over 200 patterns for the Addi Express knitting machine. So definitely check her out. Let's see. Is it Janetta or Juanita? Oh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. She says, I like what's holding your hair. Do you have a video on it? Actually, that video will be coming out Monday. This pattern is featured on the Crochet, the Underground Crafter blog. That link is down in the description box below. She will be making that ribbon pepper. Girl, I've been drinking. Oh, she's going to be making that written pattern live Monday, and I'll be making the corresponding video tutorial live with it also. Okay. Coffee, crochet, and cuddles. I tried that knitting machine cilantro and couldn't get it not to drop stitches. I have not tried the cilantro, the crochet knitter yet. That everybody recommends it. The Addi Express knitting machine, the bigger one and a smaller one. The big one costs $200. The small one costs $100. That has 22 needles. It makes smaller things like fingerless gloves. But you can get the cheaper versions like the cilantro for as little as 50 bucks, and you can get a knockoff version of the 22 needle for as little as 20 bucks. It's called the Singer Toy Knitter. It is in a color pink, just like the cilantro. If you're scared to pay that big price, I definitely recommend getting those, but you will drop stitches. The Addi Express is like the king. It's called the Addi Express King. You're not going to be dropping stitches like you would on the cilantro because you get a higher quality machine compared to the other one. This is definitely awesome. Does it drop stitches? Yes. But does it drop stitches like the other ones? No. But the the 22 needle Singer Toy Knitter, that's only like $20. That thing does not drop stitches. For $20, if you want to make like headbands, fingerless gloves, things like of that nature, definitely recommend getting that. I'm definitely going to link that down below when it's all over. So I'm going to hop right into talking about you want to become a crochet designer. You want to make money selling your crochet items. I taught you a little bit about creating the curve. That's great. Now I'm in for the people who want to make money doing this. You know, this is my expertise. This is what I love to do. This is my meat and potatoes. So This is not for everybody. There are a lot of crochet designers that are wondering, like, why aren't they getting enough sales? Why aren't they getting all these views that other people are doing? This is more than just what you see on a surface. I know you look at me and you see I'm kicking stuff down below. I know you look at me and you probably think, oh, she's doing a lot of things. It looks fun. It looks like she's playing games. Actually, there's a lot of work behind the scenes. I've said this earlier in my live stream. It's not just about being talented. There's a lot more talented people out there. I don't want to I'm tooting my horn. I'm pretty smart when it comes down to the background and stuff. When I'm creating patterns on Etsy, check out my live stream from last week where I talk about ranking on Etsy. Etsy is a very difficult platform to rank for on Etsy. When you're on platforms like this, you're selling on Etsy, you're selling on Ravelry or Love Knitting, all those will be linked down below. You're going to have to learn SEO. This will make or break you. SEO is search engine optimization. SEO are breadcrumbs to help find you in the search. When you're on search in Google, Etsy, Ravelry, what they're looking for is the most relevant topic. How do they find the most relevant topic? They look for certain keywords within your title, within your description, within your tag. If you're not putting these keywords in your tags, title, and description, Etsy, Ravelry, nobody will find you. These are essential to getting found. You can have the most beautiful items in the world, but places like Etsy is congested with other sellers trying to do the same thing. This doesn't just go for people who want to make crochet patterns. This goes for also people who are making custom items, finished products. You're going to have to learn SEO to even rank. Because look, nobody's looking past the second page. How often do you go to page 25 in searches? Absolutely never. Okay, let me take a breather break. So you're going to have to figure out how to rank. To give you an example of optimizing your keywords or optimizing your title or description. Let's say you're searching for something, not searching, your item, your pattern you're selling is a crochet hat, or the item that you're selling is a finished crochet hat in Etsy. You just don't want to put crochet hat. You know why? Because everybody and their mama is selling a crochet hat. You want to somehow rise above the congestion. So your hat is a blue bobble stitch funky, or wait, blue bobble stitch boho hat. That is called a long tail keyword. That is super descriptive. If somebody wants a bobble stitch hat in the color blue, guess what? You are going to pop up as the most relevant person in search. So don't put crochet hat. Blue crochet bobble stitch beanie or hat. You have to make your item, you have to rank for a less competitive keyword. Okay, so we have that as your title. Blue bobble stitch beanie as the title because it's less competitive. So in your description, you're going to not just use blue bobble stitch beanie. I don't know why I used a tongue twister while I'm drinking. Oh, you're going to use other related keywords to help you get found. You're going to use the term crochet hat. You're going to use the word easy crochet hat pattern. You're going to they say keyword stuffing is bad. You're going to put it in your make it sound flowing when you put it in the description, but you're going to stuff keywords into your description. This is the only way that you will become relevant, because if your description says hat crochet pattern and your title says crochet hat, you're one in a gazillion. Nobody's ever going to find you. But with your blue bobble stitch hat that has all the keyword stuff and all your tags, you have 13 options in Etsy to fill your tags. Use every single one. Make sure you put those in there. All right. So before I hop into the next part, ask me any questions that you have about this. I'm going to hop into the questions and see what you guys are saying in there. Okay, I'm going to hop back a little bit. Tina said, hello, Miss Little. Actually, Miss Littlejohn. Or is somebody else called Little on the screen? I don't know. Oh, actually, side note, I was dating my husband in high school. I'm 40 years old, so we were dating over 20 years ago. And I was so embarrassed by his last name. I thought his last name was so uncool. That was before the rapper Little John came out in like the early 2000s. Now, my name, Little John, I either get people randomly saying, yeah, or okay, or people saying, oh, Little John, what nationality are you? I don't know. It's my husband's, it's my married name. Or I'll get people saying, oh, like Robin Hood? But I've come to love Little John. My maiden name is Brown. I can't imagine my channel being Brown's Yarn instead of Little John's Yarns. It doesn't sound as poetic or as nice, Brown's Yarn. But okay, random. Okay, where am I? Here we go. Aquarian Queen, she says she's back. I didn't know you left, but I'm glad you're back. But I just seen Left is Right Crochet. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? In Studio Classic, the place to put the tags was very obvious. Where is the area now that YouTube has changed Studio Beta? Well, this is for people who are on YouTube. The old Studio Classic is completely gone. All you get right now is no longer called the beta. It is just Creator Studio. This is it. There is no other studio you can go to. It is updated. This is what it is. They've been trying this new thing for the past 2 years, but now it's official, and the old style is gone. Cynthia Mahmood, thank God you are a hair girl. I've been meaning to contact you. I don't know if you noticed, but I did a video on Just Yarn, and I used the picture that you sent in my Facebook group. Guys, you can make sure you join my Facebook group. All that information is down below. But I used your picture for the yarn from Dollar Tree. Man, I think Cynthia posted this picture. I should show it to you, but I don't feel like going in the background right now, of all this beautiful yarn at the Dollar Tree. So, of course, I had to go out and check it out myself, and I took my camera with me and filmed everything as I got it, and that link will be down below. It's not down below. That link will be down in there afterwards, but thank you for all that, like, information. Oh, Jesus! Oh, the keyboard's not covered. Thank you. The balloon thing tipped over. Who donated? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Chelsea, thank you for your donation. Thank you for being so honest and informative. Stay blessed. I think my balloon thing fell over. Let me see if I can fix it before. Oh, bananas. This thing is so rigged. This is my inflatable bed pump that I put a balloon on. I get creative. Oh, okay. Let me clean off my... Be patient with me, guys. Everybody, can we have a cheers? Cheers. Deanna says she's laughing so hard. Scraptastic. With the new studio, the place to put the tags is the first screen under more options. Yes. Gloria Jordan says, cool new website. We crochet up, losing you in the scroll. Cool new website. We Crochet just launched from Knitpicks. Please check it out. Most of the sales are gone, but they made the site for us crocheters. Everybody check that out. Thank you so much, Gloria. Let's see. We got a Lori Murphy. She says cheers, and Laura's laughing at me. It's understandable. Okay, let me fill up. Guys, get your information out of me now before I have too much. Okay, we got Dieta says cheers. Carol says hit Dollar Tree for yarn today. I hope you found some good stuff. All right, so we talked about the yarn. We're going to go back into being a pattern designer and what it takes. So I was talking about Etsy. What was I saying about Etsy? All right, I forget what I was saying because I've been drinking some wine. But when I decided to become a pattern designer, this just did not happen overnight. You just can't say, I'm a beginner. I instantly want to design. It's going to take some time and skills to learn what's going on. When I began, I was not a YouTuber. I was not a pattern designer. I was the person who made custom orders. So, any of you making custom orders, I was out there hustling just like you. But most of the stuff I was learning from patterns or free sites online. And over time, because remember, the first like 15 years, I was making squares. Over time, like making hats over and over and over. Gloria Jordan says, see you later. Oh, you're leaving. I hope to see you soon. Come back next week. I realized they're all basically the same. And then I got, me, super cheap. I started to refuse to buy patterns. Give me a thumbs up if you're just like me and you just want to look for free crochet patterns to figure out how to do something. Guys, I understand. That's why all of my patterns are free. I give you a free video. I give you a free written pattern on my blog. And if you want, only after all this free stuff you done walked over, if you want something that you can print out, I offer you a paid ad-free version of a written pattern that you can print out. But I feel you. That's what I'm a crocheter at heart that like cheap free stuff. That's why I'm offering all this stuff for free to you. So back to crochet designing. Oh my gosh, I'm so tipsy. Oh, we got thumbs up so you understand. You understand love free patterns. But after doing all these free patterns, I'm starting to learn the shape of items. And these people are asking me now, usually when I had custom orders, people would send me a picture and says, "Can you recreate this thing?" Then eventually people start sending me several pictures and wanted me to create pieces and parts of each thing. And after doing it for so long, I was able to realize when I add an increase there or make something into a panel here, I'm able to create a pattern. Okay, so after I got all these creations worked out, I learned how to become a pattern designer after years of going custom orders and having stitches drilled into my brain. I start writing patterns. Listen, do not sell patterns that you write that are not tested. Do not. Do not post patterns on your blog that are not tested. You will get crucified. The crochet community will jump on your back if your stuff is wrong. So make sure you get this right. So if you're wondering how do you get like crochet pattern testers, you'll be amazed. The crochet community is such a giving, caring community that they're like offering their help freely. Personally, I have my own Facebook group. My Facebook group is just go on Facebook, search Little John Yarns groups. You'll find me. I think I have that link down below. But within my Facebook group, I'll post like, hey, I have a brand new pattern that I'm about to release in the next 2 weeks. Who would like to help me fix this pattern? And I'll get a lot of people who voluntarily request to help me with my pattern. And I appreciate that so much. They're getting a free pattern and I'm getting so much insight. When I began crocheting patterns, having testers taught me how to write better patterns. Sometimes I'll write a pattern and think this one is absolutely perfect. I don't need to send this out to testers. Still, send that out to testers. Every time I do, I still end up with, I shouldn't say so many mistakes, but typos. The pattern itself is correct. The video that you're following along to is correct. But sometimes you're just typing and you're missing things. And when you have a better set of eyes looking at your work, everything will go a lot smoother. And guess what? It's 2020. You don't have to worry about getting published in a magazine. You can be your own publisher. You can publish your own patterns on Ravelry. You can publish your own patterns on Etsy. You can publish it on Love Knitting. All that information is down below. You do not have to wait for a magazine to publish your article. I actually was approached to publish one of my, because I thought it was my dream to publish an article in a pattern in a magazine. That was one of my dreams until somebody approached me and said, you know, Alysha, I would love to have one of your patterns for us. And so it's like, how much will I get paid for this amazing pattern? They're like $100. I guess too, if you're not good at promoting yourself, which I'll talk about a little in a second, $100 for a pattern is okay. But myself, I sell my patterns $4.99 a pattern. In a lifetime of my pattern, I'll make so much more than $100. And if I give them the rights of my pattern for $100, I'll never be able to post that pattern anywhere else. I'll never be able to make money anywhere else. So if you're venturing into patterns, I definitely recommend it. This is one of the number one ways in crocheting to make a passive income. Passive income seems like money that's coming out of nowhere. All passive income comes from a place of work. I worked hard on this pattern. I sent this pattern to testers. I put this pattern here, and now it's posted. Now it's passive income. I wish I would have started this writing patterns when I originally started YouTube, because I have over 200 YouTube videos. I'm sure about 160 of them are patterns. But I've only started writing patterns for the past year and a half. So I only have a total of 50 patterns. If I would have learned how to write patterns, with I have 160 of them. So I'm trying to go back and write patterns to the other ones, because at one point in time I didn't learn how to write patterns. Ooh, but that's going to be the next topic that we talk about. So I'm going to hop into the comments and see what you have to say. If I missed your comment, please comment again. I'll lose in the scroll. But a way for me to bring your comment to the front and I'm able to see it, you can donate through Super Chat. That way it pops up and I'm able to see. And when you donate to Super Chat, it helps me continue to make free crochet tutorials. And oh, we got cover. You know me, I never cover. Thank you so much, Carol. We got another Super Chat. She says, love your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it so much. So everybody, raise your drink. And if you're drinking right now, tell me what you're sipping on. Everybody knows wine is my favorite. Cheers, Carol. Thank you so much. I'm starting to love the smell of bubbles. Oh, okay, guys. So, any questions? Let me hop back into the Super Chat. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate it so much. Okay, I'm going to scroll back, so if I missed anything. Okay. Oh, we got Marwell. She says, hi, Alysha. When you crochet a bag, what do you use as a handle, or how do you make your crochet handles? All right. How I usually make my crochet handles. I wish I had a chain. So actually, it's fine. I'm going to be real descriptive because, you said you're my blind crocheter. I hope you don't mind me saying that. So I'm going to try to be as descriptive as I can. So imagine your crochet handle. My crochet handles are usually about 34 inches for a crochet handle. So I chain 34 stitches. So now we're going to be working on the top and bottom of your chain. My first chain going across, I'm going to half double crochet. Let me turn my half double crochet all the way across the chain. Now, when you get to that end of the chain, I'm going to place 3 half double crochets into that very last chain so I can transition into working across the bottom. And so therefore I'll have a cord of half double crochets on the top and bottom. But I'm not done because I want to take the stretchiness out of that panel, out of that strap, because there's nothing worse than having a crochet purse. You put stuff in your purse and the crochet purse stretches. You can alleviate the stretch even more by doing that first row of single crochets. But back to what I was talking about. So we have the top and bottom with half double crochets. For you, if you fill across the middle of your strand now after you have your top and bottom of single crochets, well, I mean half double crochets, you'll fill spaces in there, evenly spaced spaces. You'll do a running crochet stitch. That's when you notice a chain going across the surface of your panel. Let's see, I'm going to try to, for those who are watching, bring up a tutorial on what it looks like. Let's see. Braided crochet headband. Okay, here's mine right here. For those, can you see that black line for the guys who are visual? The black line that goes across, that is the running crochet stitch. That running crochet stitch will tighten up your headband to alleviate that stretch that you'll notice when you're crocheting, when you're wearing your crochet purse. So that running stitch, it looks decorative, but it's actually functioning. All right. Where else am I? J-Hook crochet. Let me turn my imaginary chain. All right. I started watching DIY crochet. You guys make sure you check her out. She's also a crochet YouTuber. She crochets. Oh, I had another super chat and nothing went off. Oh my goodness, Aquarian Queen. I am so sorry. Everybody, can we get a cheers to Aquarian Queen? Sometimes technology does not want to work. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Oh man, I forget what I was talking about. But Victoria Price said cheers to Aquarian Queen, and just because I feel like it. Oh, Cynthia said, Mamu said cheers too. Cheers. If you guys keep saying cheers, I don't know how much more I can make it through my live stream. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to survive. Oh, man. Reset says, Trisha, guys, chill out on the live streams. Be good. Not live streams, on the chairs. Oh, my goodness. I'm so bad. All right. So we were talking about patterns and I don't know. But I'm just going to go straight into promoting. We talked about enhancing your SEO and how to get found. But I've showed on my last live stream that you cannot rely on Etsy to get you all of your views. I can't remember the number off bat perfectly, but I believe last month, because I do a income report for you guys at the end of the month. If you want to know how much money I made for the month of January, that is in my last live stream. I believe it was $1,700. But from that, I believe I made $300 from my Etsy patterns. With those patterns, I received 2,700 views. And of those views, 300, only 300 comes from Etsy search, comes from Etsy itself. So those other, I can't do math, 2,400 views? 2,400 views I had to create in my own shop. And you know what? This works for pattern designers. It works for people who make custom orders. I say it every single week. There is no secret. This is it. You promote your butt off. You're in Facebook. You're in Instagram. You're everywhere. You just have to advertise yourself nonstop. Oh, Aquarian Queen. She gave me another cheers. Oh, Unchained Crochet at Dieta. She says, I made a headscarf with pockets for my glasses so they wouldn't be hanging on my neck. I have a video about it. Good idea with beaded crochet. I just don't want jewelry type chain. No, I am always losing my glasses. That's why I have so many of them. I had about 5 glasses. I'm not sponsored by these people in any way at all. Zany Optical. If you're anything like me, sit on glasses, lose glasses, anything like that, this is, Oh my goodness, we got another donation. Thank you so much, Molly Smile. Where's my wine cup? Thank you so much, Molly Smile. I appreciate the donation. Cheers. We got our disco light going off. Whoop whoop. Okay. Turn your blower to the side so the bus will not fall on your keyboard. So the bubbles will not fall to your keyboard. Why didn't I think of that? Everybody, give Cheryl a common sense cheers. Ta-da! As simple as that. Okay, where else are we? Dieta, we need a pattern for strings to hold our readers. That's a good idea. I actually have a pattern for a wine glass holder. Do you guys want to look at it real quick? Do you mind? Let's see how well my SEO is to see if I show up on the first page. That's your whole goal of anything. Etsy and YouTube and whatever is to show up on the first page. Crochet wine glass holder. If you can do that, you can find an audience. And look at me, there I am. I'm the second one right here. So I need to find me a wine glass with like crochet on it. Maybe I should wear one of these next week. What you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if I should. That's a good way, I guess, advertising my own items. Like, look at what I made. I guess same thing like my thing. Check out this pattern, but the cherry pattern's not out till next week. Okay, where am I? Aquarian Queen, wine cozy, wine glass cozy. Doo-doo-boo. All right, so back to pattern creating. For relic goods. This is going to go, not just pattern creator. I've always said this is all pattern creative and customized. They're all basically the same. You work your business basically the same. You really have to be built for this. I thought everybody was, but I guess everybody doesn't think the same way I do. If you're going to make money in anything, yarn is probably going to be the hardest thing you make money in, but it is possible. There are multiple ways to make money, but in crochet, you cannot just rely on one source of income. You have to rely on several sources of income. Yes, I told you for this past month, I made $1,700, which is one of my lower months because it's January. My highest month comes in December of every single year. This last December, I made just short of $3,000. That was the most I've ever made. I'm not a millionaire. I still have my day job, but I can help you get to where I'm at. So I missed the whole point I was going at. So to be a pattern maker, you have to be consistent. You cannot create a pattern 1 week and come out 3 months later. I didn't begin making money until I had a bank of items to look at. If that makes sense, let's say I began with YouTube. Nobody truly watched me until I had at least 25 videos. People like to window shop. You know what I mean? The more items you have to sell, the more videos you have to view, the more patterns you've created, the more options you have to sell these things. You know what I mean? So you have, yeah, I got another donation from Aquarian Queen. My thing must not like you, but you know what? Everybody, I'm going to make it go off just for Aquarian Queen. Thank you so much. You can't see the bubbles now. We've turned them slightly, but not on the laptop. Thank you so much, Aquarian Queen. I appreciate it so much. Everybody, can you lift your cups and give a cheers to Aquarian Queen? Thank you. I'm so mad at my technology for not liking you. But I love you. You're awesome. You've been showing up for the past couple weeks, and I appreciate it so much. So everybody raise your cups one more time to Aquarian Queen. I love your name. Can you tell me how you came up with that? I bet it's your zodiac sign. That's why. And you're a queen. Okay, Unchained Crochet says, I don't make patterns, just do tutorial vids. Not sure I'll ever make it sometimes, but I try to remember. I just started. Not beating myself up. Unchained Crochet, learn how to write patterns. Trust me. If there was somebody that told me when I originally started making tutorials for crochet patterns to say, Alysha, please write a pattern. It'll help you so much. YouTube, people think if you're giving something free away, nobody will buy it. I give all of my patterns away free. But you know what? Sometimes there's that person that just wants something. I got bubbles on my glasses. Sometimes there's just that one person that wants a printable pattern. And you know what? Or just doesn't want to follow along to a tutorial. Because you know what? Sometimes people don't got time to be following along to a crochet tutorial and they just want to look at a written pattern. And therefore, I have the option for them to buy. And once I provided that option for those who wanted it, I began making money. Just in case you guys don't believe that I'm making money on giving free items away. Because remember, free videos, free written pattern, and still making money. Let me go behind. Let me put on my glasses so I can see. All right, Etsy. And just remember, guys, this is the very end of my month. Here we go. Not end of my month. The end of the crochet season for me stats. Here we go. 30 days. So the past 30 days, I've made $273. Usually by the time December hits, not December, January hits, my views and everything starts going down. I wonder if this shows me from last year. All time? There we go. Nope, it doesn't show me. Well, actually, as you guys can see if you're watching right now, when I started selling on Etsy, I wasn't making any sales. 2015, look at these visits, 2016, 2016, 17. And when I learned how to research and improve my shop and promote myself, my visits and everything increased. Check out this. This is my visits so far for 2020. I've probably made more visits in the past month and 8 days than I have of all 2015, 16, and 17 combined. Like I said, I don't want you guys to think that, oh, Alysha Littlejohn Yarns is making $1 billion on Etsy and she's trying to teach us. I'm being realistic. I'm letting you know I'm not a millionaire, but if you want to make at least as much as I do on Etsy or at least as much money as I do on YouTube, I can get you there. Let's see. Holly. Oh, it's Holly Sunfrost. Hey, welcome back again. How many testers do you need for one pattern? Actually, I never usually go any more than 10. A lot of people like to use 5, but for myself, I like to be involve my community. 5 testers are I usually involve my favorite 5 testers, followed by 5 random people who probably wanted to test or wanted to try to venture into testing. Let them in and see what it's like, and it creates a sense of community. So no more than 10, 5 dedicated testers, and usually 5 new testers here and there. Lori Murphy. I don't care to sell patterns. I just want to try to design something from my mind instead of a pattern. Remember, we were talking about crochet panels. You can create so many things. Let's say there's a stitch, the dragon stitch. I just created a sweater about that a couple weeks ago. The dragon stitch, I've never used I've used the dragon stitch before, but I didn't know it exactly myself. Let's see, back into the back end. This is a basic panel. Littlejohn Yarns. There we go. Where is it? Dragon stitch. This one right here. Click, click. This is just created 2 panels. I learned how to do the dragon stitch and just made a rectangle. That's all I did. Oh, yeah, she remixed my top. She made this top gorgeous. She's a member of my Facebook group. Where's a better, so you can see the panels. Okay, here it is. This is the back. All it is a rectangle. I found a stitch pattern and just replicated back and forth until I created a top. If you can create a rectangle, you can be a pattern designer. Oh my gosh. I've never had to do this on a live before. Um, I need a bathroom break. Would you guys forgive me if I just took less than a minute? I promise, wash my hands, everything less than a minute. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourself. I swear, I just had too much of this. 1 second. You done? No, I have to go to the bathroom. You still on my life. Hi. How did you feel about my life for me?
I only said hi.
Thanks, Jada. Oh, made it back. Wash my hands. Come here, Jada. This is my wonderful daughter. Look, I have her grown up as a child. She tries to teach me how to do makeup, but I can't do makeup like her. Look at those beautiful eyes. They can't see that beautiful eye of yours. Look at that technique. It's so perfect. I need to learn how. I can't grow up when I guess you're grown up. Okay, you're free, baby doll. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I've never had to run to the bathroom before. I guess I shouldn't be drinking so much on the live stream. I broke the seal. Oh, J Hook Crochet says, talk behind Alysha's back now, LOL. Okay, Shelly says, how to avoid copyrights. This is one of my expertise too. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You can probably look back on one of my previous live streams. I specifically talked about copyrights, and also on a following live stream, I talked about intellectual properties. A lot of crochet pattern designers like to confuse intellectual property, like to confuse copyrights with patent and trademark. When an item is copyrighted, copyright covers any written form of material, any type of film, any type of sculpture. It covers print. When an item is put to paper in the United States, I don't know about outside the United States, it is automatically copyrighted. You do not have to go through hoops and whatever to get your item copyrighted. But when you see a person that says, this item is copyrighted, you cannot sell anything made from this pattern, that is actually incorrect. They have no legal right to tell you what you can do with a copyrighted pattern. A copyrighted pattern only protects written word. You cannot rewrite their pattern and sell it. You can create an item and sell it. That makes sense? You paid for the material. You completed the labor. You paid for the instructions. The finished product is yours. And you can sell it. Some people say, hey, could you please reference me when you're selling this item? My husband's calling. Hello, husband. Hello? I'm on live stream. No? Love you. Bye. Sometimes he doesn't realize how long the live stream goes. Oh man, what was I talking about? I get so distracted so easy. Somebody, please tell me exactly what I was talking about. Oh, copyrights. That's what I was talking about. So, if somebody says you cannot sell, that is absolutely wrong. You are safe. And another thing, if somebody, you can go This is for the United States. You can get your item copyrighted through the United States Copyright Office for a fee. You can get officially copyrighted, even though, remember this, everybody remember, even though in the United States, your item, no matter what, is copyrighted as soon as you put pen to paper. As soon. But if you want an official certificate, you have to mail in or email, not email, or through online services through the United States Copyright. I forget. I'll try to link that below. It'll cost you $50. And you can add 10 things on that for $50. And it can take anywhere from 6 months to a year to get your certificate. But you don't need to do that. But if somebody's saying all of theirs officially copyrighted and so forth, and they have 200 patterns, chances are they didn't officially copyright anything. You're safe. And so far to date, nowhere in the United States has anybody taken anybody to court or sued for pattern copyright infringement. All right. Okay, Molly smiles. Yes, the video about Yoda talks about copyright issues. The Yoda, that's a good one, because that's even more depth than copyright. What Disney has is intellectual property. What intellectual property is, it's like a combination of copyright and trademark. With copyright, remember, that's anything printed. Trademark is something where you visually recognize something, such as McDonald's and the Golden Arches. You instantly recognize that. Yoda, the lightsaber, Darth Vader, those are all intellectual properties of Disney. So they own that look. They own that sculpture, not just the written pattern for something. They own the look of something. So if you make something that even looks like theirs, that's their intellectual property. Okay. Unchained Crochet says that's right. They have no right over your work and time or money. Yes, so don't believe just because they say my item is copyrighted, you can't sell the finished product. They have not researched exactly what copyright means. They don't know. I've researched this. Actually, I wrote a blog about it. I'm going to link that afterwards. It's definitely a great read, and it keeps you safe, and it doesn't let you believe in all these myths and rumors that go around the internet. Don't listen to everything that you hear online in the crochet community. Don't get me wrong, I'm a part of it, but some of that is rumor and hearsay. As usual, always chime in every now and then. You can help support this channel by donating through Super Chat. When you donate through Super Chat, you'll see a button down below or down to this side that's shaped like a $sign. And through that, you can help creators. I recommend this for any creators, not just myself, to help them continue giving you free information and help them grow and continue making patterns every single week. And if you guys are just got here and just noticed, I have 3 layers of donation things. So let me make sure I reset everything. Everything's good. The first layer, from $4.99 down, the disco light goes off. So, and from $9.99 to $5, the bubble machine will go off. And $10 and above, the balloon, actually everything, all of them will go off, and the balloon will go off, and all this stuff will happen. And of course, actually, I'm going to cover my keyboard just in case. Bubbles will go everywhere. It's real fun. Oh, somebody's sending me text messages. They should know that I'm on my live stream. Okay, here we go. J Hook says, welcome to everyone who's just joining. Please hit the like button and feel free to use Super Chat and donate. I guess great minds think alike. Thank you so much, J Hook Crochet. Pink Scrampy. I like that name. Makes me want some shrimp scampi. Okay, regardless, let me read your comment. I have a good product. I can't produce enough of them to make a profit. Would it be worth creating the pattern? It's a sewing pattern. I'm worried the pattern will be stolen. Yes, it's definitely worth it to make a pattern. When I began making patterns, I put during my winter months, an extra $300 to $400 in my pocket every single month. The world is huge. It's hard for everybody to find it. Yes, there's still a chance that somebody can steal your work. Yes, no, it's somebody's stolen my work before, but you know what? The people who have stolen my work, they're not like me. You're not going to see them online. You're going to see me online. You know why? Because I promote my butt off. I work my butt off. I'm in, this is my key. Write this right down right now. My key to success is promoting myself. I'm in like, for pattern selling, I'm in like 50, at least 40 to 50 different Facebook groups for crochet. And I place those in. Oh, I got another donation. Thank you so much. Oh, wait. Oh, and the bubbles are going off too. Thank you so much, Shirley. I appreciate it. And know what? I'm glad I turned the bubbles off to the other side. So now I'm able to not get my keyboard all soaking wet. That is so cool. Everybody, raise your cups to Shelly. Oh, my balloon. Oh, it wasn't the balloon. Yeah, everything working? Yes. Oh my goodness. My back is getting cold. The balloons, not balloons, the bubbles are popping on my back. But the key is non-stop promoting. While I was saying I'm in 40, 50, 60 crochet groups for patterns. I post in them all the time. You know what? If you're selling custom made items, I forget. Did you tell me exactly what you made? If you say you had a product, post in the flea market groups. That's what I did when I was making custom orders. Another tip: create your own Facebook group. If you're selling custom orders, please create your own Facebook book. Etsy is completely congested. Nobody's going to find you on Etsy. You can do SEO, but you're a needle in a haystack. Create your own Facebook group like they do with those crochet wraps or lipsticks or Lululemon. But this is for something that's not a multi-level marketing scheme, aka pyramid. This is for somebody who actually is creating something great. So create your own Facebook group, promoting these flea market groups. Join them all, posting them 2 times a day. Yes, that sounds obsessive, but it works. What was the last commercial you seen? We were talking about McDonald's. How many McDonald's commercials do you see a day? Tons. Are you like, I'm offended from seeing McDonald's commercials? No, you're conditioned to seeing them. So when you're posting it in your 30 flea market groups or your 30 Facebook pattern groups twice a day, it's fine. People are going to see you nonstop. If you're selling custom orders, let's say somebody 3 months down the road says, you know what, I need a crochet blanket for my friend's baby shower. You know what the first person you're going to think of? You. Not somebody on Etsy. They're going to be like, you know what, I've been in this Facebook flea market group for the past 6 months, and I'm seeing this person post every single day, 2 times a month. Not 2 times, 2 times a day. This is the person I want to go to. I know they are dedicated to what they want to do. I know they're trying to make a business. I know they're a respectable person and the outcome is going to be great. So that's what you need to do. My back is. Let me have a drink. Oh, we have some more cheers. Cheers. Okay, Molly Smile. I crochet treble clefs and music notes, but I don't know how to write a pattern. I might practice. I didn't know how to write a pattern at first either. But like I said before, when I was doing custom orders, I have followed a lot of patterns and I learned the shape of things. And while looking at other crochet designers, I found patterns that are written the way that I like. Does that make sense? Sometimes people write a pattern in such a way where it's just easy to follow. I found a structure that I liked and I stuck to it. When you're writing a pattern, don't switch around on your structure. Most of my patterns are written exactly the way my video tutorial is filmed. If I say double crochet in the next 2 stitches, double crochet increase, that's the way it'll be written. So just research, follow along, see what you like, then follow along to that structure. But yes, it's going to take a lot of practice, and make sure you use testers. Okay, Cynthia, she says, what app do you use to create patterns? I use no app. Absolutely no app. I actually, just this week, I used the app to create a grid. What was this app? I'm trying to dig on my phone at the same time. This is called, what is this app called? Unity? I don't know. But this is, oh, you guys can see. No matter what I do. Okay. Maybe the, well, I don't use any apps to create a pattern because there's no way an app can create what you want to make. Does that make sense? To create a pattern, it's just going to take experience, time, repetition. But once you learn the base of a pattern, like I said about a hat, if you know you have to create a flat circumference, it's twist with your crown, and then crochet even rows until it creates the side of your hat, until it covers your ears. So there's actually no app in creating crochet patterns. Dieta says, my friend crochets these little hats and passes them out as business card whenever she's out at craft fairs. That's super cute, you know, and hearts are super quick to make. Ashley, as usual, I'm promoting. I actually have a tutorial about that. I'm going to stop saying what's not linked down there is probably not going to get linked down there because I forget, but you can just Google it. We got Carla. She says, what app do you use for patterns? I don't use any type of app. Okay. Oh, oh, I got a super chat and I dropped my phone. Oh my goodness. Oh, Molly Smiles, thank you so much. She says thank you. Let's see. I dropped my phone, so I can't find the device where I turn things off. Let's see. Is it this one? I get it to work. I got it to work. Okay, where are we? I seen another. Shelly said, wait, Gigi, the crochet queen. Years ago, I crocheted a baby dress and posted it on Facebook. A friend saw it and asked if I was selling it. I didn't even think about selling it. I was just posting. I was proud of myself. You know what? You should be proud of yourself. I feel like crochet is the most underrated talent out there right now. Crochet has always been a craft of love. Crocheters like to give their items away for free. My grandma used to give away blankets left and right. Every time somebody had a baby, she would crochet a blanket. And somebody didn't get a blanket, they would actually get mad because they didn't get a blanket and they expect something for free. Me, on the other hand, I am a crochet entrepreneur. Tipsy. I am a crochet entrepreneur. I expect money for any type of task that I do. But realize this, each one of our stitches, each half inch, each centimeter is made by hand. That is a true art. That is a true talent. And you know what? It's a dying talent. True. I'm seeing right now, I see 110 people live right now, but we're reaching across the world. It's hard. In my community, I don't see any many crocheters like us. This is a dying craft. So think about selling your items. And if you do, only if you're a dedicated person. If you're just doing this for fun, it's fine to give it away. But if you want to sell your items, do this. You work hard, sell it for good money. Get it. Okay, Shelly says, can I make example your patterns and sell the made items and reference you as the pattern maker? You know what? Yeah, any item that pattern that I have, you can make whatever you want of it. And no, you don't even have to reference me. I would appreciate if you reference me. Let's say you're in your you're in your Facebook group with all your Facebook friends and you're posting a picture of your pattern for other crocheters. Yes, I would appreciate you if you mention me. But if you're selling at craft fairs, if you're selling your finished item online, Don't worry about mentioning me. You know why? Because those people who are buying from you can't crochet. You need to learn your target market. My target market is no longer the person who wants to buy crochet items. My target market is the people who wants to create from my crochet patterns. So if you want to create anything from the patterns I make, you don't got to reference me, but I do appreciate it if you're sharing it within crochet groups. That way, other crochet pattern crocheters can complete a pattern for me. Every view counts. I appreciate it all. Dieta, this is scroll up, waiting for my hair to dry, so watching a live chat. Dieta, I hate hair wash day. It takes so long. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, and Anita says, I want one of the hair things you have on. Where can I find the pattern? I said this earlier in the tutorial. If you want to find this pattern, this one won't be released till February 10th. Is that Monday? Monday, I did a guest post on the Underground Crafter for this tutorial. On that very same day, I will be releasing a video tutorial, and it's really getting hard to remember what I have to say next while drinking. So look for this Monday. It'll be out. Me, I've always loved the crochet vintage patterns. I love vintage hats. If any of you ever seen any of my patterns, such as the 1920s Juliet cap, or the twisted crochet cloth, or the twisted crochet messy bun, those all have that vintage crochet vibe. I don't know what it is. That look is just, I love it. As you can see, I love anything retro, such as my glasses. It's just my thing. Okay. Oh, we got a cheers to Molly. That was for the past super chat. Ooh, Daryl, I'm not a lawyer and I haven't researched it in a lot of years. It used to be if you wrote a pattern, you could put a copy on it and mail it yourself. Then it comes don't open, and don't open it and the US. Okay, that's one of those myths and whatnot. It doesn't matter. As soon as you put pen to paper in the US, it is copyrighted. Of course, if you're going to say that somebody infringed on your copyright, you're going to have to need some type of proof. So I guess you mailing something to yourself would work. But for pattern designers, it's perfectly fine because we're actually having patterns posted online every single time. So you don't have to worry about writing into the United States Copyright Office for anything. I don't mean to use the word patent. You don't have to write directly into this and pay 50 something dollars for a patent. As long as you have proof and is written, pen to paper, video, something like that, you are absolutely fine. Oh, stretch my back. I'm almost out again. What is this, like the third refill? I think I am becoming a live stream drinking champ. And if you're sipping on anything in that right now, let me know what you're sipping on. And if you have any questions about starting your own business, if you have questions about starting your own blog, because I'm a blogger, I'm a pattern creator, I'm a YouTuber, I hustle. I make money online. My goal for 2020 is to quit my day job. My day job is actually a night job. I work midnight. There's a lot of you out there that are wondering, how do you make money while working at a job? How do you make money creating patterns? How do you do this to quit your job? My whole goal for 2020 is to quit my job. If I can maintain, at least, because I don't need to be $1 million to quit my job. If I can maintain a minimum of $2,000 to $2,500 a month, no, let's say $2,500 a month, I can quit my job. Have I made $2,500 a month? Yes, I have. But if any of you have been in this crochet business for more than a year, you'll know your crochet season will have ups and downs. In the summer, you'll make less money. By December is the top of your income pyramid right there. That's where you make the most. But if my baseline can always be 25,000, I'll be fine. That's when I'll quit my job. Right now, my baseline is at 1,700, so I'm not ready to quit my job yet because I'm a little bit scared. Let's hop back into these questions. Okay, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. If I butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Shyler Crochet says, have so many patterns in stock since people have been showing so much love for my work, but how do you set up an Etsy shop? How do you choose your testers? You set up an Etsy shop. I can't tell you directly on this live stream, but there are a lot of YouTube tutorials on exactly how to set up an Etsy shop. But when you do, make sure you set up. Don't just open your shop with one pattern. Don't just open it with two. Etsy recommends, you can still open it with 25. Etsy recommends like a well-working shop has at least 50 items. People like to browse, but you don't have 50, still open up and build it up there. I almost forgot what I was talking about. Oh, how do you choose your pattern testers? I've had some absolutely horrible pattern testers. What I was talking about earlier. I usually don't go any more than 10 pattern testers. Out of the 10, half of them, just 5, are my core pattern testers. Those are my pattern testers I can go to all the time. How I found those, I have my own Facebook group. I recommend anybody selling anything, let it be a pattern, let it be a finished product, have your own Facebook group for your followers to congregate. But I have a place for my followers to congregate. And I'm able to list like, hey, I have a new pattern out. Can any of you guys help me with this? And this crochet community is so wonderful that they're able to come together and help me create a pattern. So that's how I find mine. But remember, I said 5 are great. The other 5 are usually a hot mess. They're usually, if never, they're like, I'm a brand new crocheter and I don't know how to read patterns. I don't know why you volunteered, but just know you're not always going to get the great testers. The more you do this, the more likely you are to find your better testers. I'm sure she's fine with me saying her name, but one of my favorite pattern testers is Patricia Fields. She's one of my favorite ones in my group. I know when I go to her, or Belinda Smith, I know when I go to her, every single time they're going to find any type of mistake. And they're just thorough. They've taught me how to create better patterns. Crochet testers, I get mad when people say, I don't want to give away my patterns just for free. I worked hard on this. No, these crochet testers will make you a better pattern designer. They will. Just because you think your pattern is the top diggity dog, don't mean it is. They'll say, hey, Alysha, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. You're going to have to figure out a better way to do this. And because they do this, what I release to you is quality. Okay, Shyler says, have so many oh, you already read that. I already read that. Dawn S. The issue arises if someone challenges you. That is why people do the cheap man's copyright. You know what? Let them challenge you. I was saying the crochet community is loving and caring, and overall it is. But dun dun dun, there is a dark side. There are some evil yarn witches will keep it clean in here. That'll say that you stole their item. Listen, there's so many ways, only so many ways that you can tie a knot. Come on. When I showed you the, I'll go back to this one again, just in case you just got here. Where am I? Oops, that's my Happy Mail. Sorry. Can't get it off. I've been drinking. Okay, where am I? Nope, not that one. Not that one. The crochet bralettes. Look at this. Okay, I don't have exactly, but you see the shape of this? All crochet bralettes have the same shape. This shape is right here. Turn sideways. Is this shape right here? Turn sideways. It's all the same. All patterns have the same basic base. Let it be a hat. Let it be a scarf. let it be a bralette. They have the same basic shape. So if they want to challenge you, they're just going to challenge you on social media. To date, there has been no lawsuit filed for crochet copyright to this date, 2020. You might have heard that your grandma's uncle said somebody got. No. And if you do, you're going to have a hard time proving it. Like I said, unless copyright is stealing stitch for stitch. Copyright is the written pattern. If somebody stole the written pattern, but if something looks like yours, you don't own the intellectual property to it if something looks like yours, but you only own the copyright. Remember, intellectual property is something even bigger. Remember, like Yoda, crocheting Yoda, the look of Yoda. Disney owns that. The look of a crochet hat, nobody owns that. The copyright pattern of a hat, you might own that. Okay. Shelly, she says she's trying to learn how to set up an Etsy shop. Make sure you check out YouTube. YouTube has been my crochet university into creating my own business. Everything I've learned on how to create my own crochet business has come from YouTube. So make sure you check it out. Okay, Gigi the Crochet Queen, do you pay post patterns on Ravelry? Oh, do you pay to post patterns on Ravelry? Thank you so much for asking this question. I actually pulled up a link for what it costs to post things on Ravelry and Etsy and Love Knitting. So let's see if we can go into that because I completely forgot about it. There we go. Is this it? Nope. There we go. The Ravelry fees. Right now, okay, to listing on Ravelry, it costs nothing. Let's see. Okay, of course, you have to pay 30 cents for PayPal, plus the 2.9%. It's cheaper to post on Ravelry than it is to Etsy because basically you're just paying for the PayPal fees, which comes to 2.9% plus 30%. And here's the Ravelry fee right here, 3.5. So that's the total fee. So what you're seeing right here is an example of a listing. So let's say you listed an item for $6. After the sales fee from Ravelry, it comes to $5.79. After the PayPal fee, you have $4.49. After the transaction fee, you're left with $5.32. So from $6, you're left with $5.32 on Ravelry. Let's drop down to Etsy fees. So here we go. Listing fees is always 20 cents on Etsy. Transaction fees is 5%. Etsy payment flat rate, 2.5. And the PayPal from that is 3%. So let's break it down. So if your pattern costs $5.80 and you had to list it for 20 cents. The transaction fee, $5.50. After the flat fee, you come down to $4.25. After the PayPal, $5. So you can see how much you lose from $5.80 to $5.07 working on Etsy. I have this blog person site, Love and Stitches. This information and link will be all in the description box. And Love Knitting, that's also a site that I sell on. I sell horribly on Love Knitting. Love Knitting. I've been drinking. Love Knitting. I'm trying to remember the numbers that I reported for last week. My pattern sales from Etsy were $300. My pattern sales from Ravelry was $17.50, but I do remember my pattern sales from Love Knitting came to $1. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not promoting well enough there, but I'm only working $1 from Love Knitting. And if you're creating patterns, make sure you're just not on Etsy. Post your patterns everywhere. Be everywhere. That's the only way to get money, is to be seen and be everywhere. Cracking my back. Okay, where am I in the chat? Shelly says, you changed one stitch, it's now different than theirs. See, okay, I'm not going to say that I'm a know it all for everything, but who changing one stitch, making it different than theirs? I don't know. That's a tough one. I still think even if you change one stitch, I believe you still have right for copyright infringement. Let's say we take music. We're gonna take remember Vanilla Ice. What song did he copyright? Dun 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 dun. He stole a beat from another song, but it was off by one single beat. But just because it was off by one single beat, it was so close to the other beat that it was still what's it called? A music copyright. I don't know. We'll just say copyright for this one. So that might be tough, but I can't give you a 100% answer on that one. Unchained. That's my policy. If you see something that has a dead link on Pinterest, I just study the pic and make it my own. I've done that many times. That's worked great for me for doing custom orders. Because when I was doing custom orders, people would say, hey, can you make this? And I would try to make that my own, but as best as I could. Excuse me, J Hook Crochet and More. Alysha, so sorry I have to hop off now. Today was so helpful, and I'm always very. Oh, today was so helpful. And as always, very helpful. See you next week. Thank you so much for joining me. And I appreciate you helping moderate this group. I've never had a moderator before. I actually had to Google how to do that. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are the best in the whole entire world. Everybody, raise your cups of whatever you're drinking to J Cook Crochet, aka Reggie from Germany. I appreciate you so much. Oh, Cynthia Mahmood. Okay, let me read your comment first. I love your group, so informative, and folks are so helpful. Cynthia Mahmood is one of my A1s. I remember it had to be 2 years ago. I was still a new YouTuber, only a few hundred or maybe just like 1,000 or so subscribers. Because, like I said, she's my A1 from day one. So I made this crochet halter top. I made it for people who are more top heavy. So, D cup and over. But let's see if I can pull it. I'll pull it up after I tell you the story. People went in on me. They talk so bad on this pattern. Well, I'm going to pull it up. You're probably wondering what it looks like. Let's see. YouTube. D cup. Oh, crap. Halter top. Come on, be up there. There it is. This very top one. People went in on me for this pattern. They talked about how disgusting I was, how thin the straps were, and how inappropriate I was. And Cynthia Mahmood, this girl, she put on her cape. She went into one of these Facebook groups. I try not to get involved, but she was my superhero. She, in the most professional manner, she was not like disrespectful. She told these women exactly who they were and how rude they were. And ever since that day, she's had a little piece of my heart. I appreciate it. Now, thank you so much, Cynthia. That's just something I probably told you that a long time ago, but you're the most wonderful person I know. And thank you for supporting me from all the way back then when I had like no views. Unchained Crochet says, you're so sweet to offer so much help to others at no charge. Wealth of knowledge, love you. I keep saying there's more than enough crochet money for all of us. And I know how difficult it can be to be on this crochet journey to make this craft your career. There's no written path. There's nobody saying, hey, this is what you have to do to get here. I keep saying, I'm not rich. I have not quit my job. I tell you every month exactly how much money I make. And if you want to make that much money, I can get you exactly to where I am. And I'm going to continue to grow. And the more I grow, hopefully, the more you'll grow along with me. Okay, where am I now? Oh, okay, I'm going to jack up this name. Koala? I think I said it right. I want to take a crochet as profession, but I lack confidence in myself and scared to do anything big. Listen, I know you probably might think like, oh, Alysha, she's the most confident person that I've ever seen online. I'm not. I'm the most insecure person and very shy and introverted person that you can probably ever meet. But I know I want to make this my career. To start going live, don't even think about anything big like this. Like going live, this is very intimidating. When I started creating crochet patterns. All you seen was my hand. And that was fine. You see my hand, and I did a voiceover telling me what stitch would be next because I wasn't confident in myself to record my voice as I went. So I did a voiceover to each stitch I did. So if I messed up, I just re-recorded it, delete, and re-recorded it. But once I got better at that and realized doing a voiceover takes entirely too much time, I was just able to speak as I crocheted. I became more confident. It's repetition. It's not anything special. It's wine and repetition. The more the more you do something, the more you'll be relaxed. Being live on camera is the most intimidating thing that you can actually do. Every single time I go live, I feel like my stomach is going to fall out of the bottom of myself. It's just that whole 2 hours before, I'm thinking, is everything set up right? Is everything perfect? Is everybody going to think I'm crazy? What if I have a dull point and I have nothing to say and I start stuttering? You know what? It's okay. Just relax. You guys are wonderful. You have not torn me to pieces at all. Well, on a line. Actually, I'm going to start doing this on my next live. I'm collecting all of my mean comments. And you know how Jimmy Kimmel, or is it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? He does mean tweets. I'm going to do mean YouTube comments and start reading them off because I find that pretty funny. But the majority of you guys are very, very kind and caring and patient with me, and you're okay with me being on live, and I feel comfortable. I keep saying this every single live stream. You're comfortable with the people who understand you, who are like-minded. In the real world, outside of YouTube, outside of Facebook, outside of crocheting, there's no one who likes yarn as much as me. No one. But in the world, once I get online and once I start getting on YouTube, there's so many of you. I feel comfortable talking with you. You don't judge. You don't talk about me. I got 852 billion skeins of yarn and it's cool. So it's like a natural flow. But if you used to see me in public, this is what I'm like. I'm quiet. I don't know what to say to people. I don't know how to. I don't know. I got social anxiety. I just don't know how to speak to people and engage. All right, so let's hop into the next question. Abby, she says, I'm 13 years old and want to sell my work. What do you recommend? But where I live doesn't really have any craft fairs. First, since you're 13 years old, I recommend talking to your parent first and see if this is okay with them. If you want to start your own business, I think this is absolutely an amazing thing. The younger you start, the more opportunity you have to grow. And if you're growing and don't need to figure out how to pay rent, that's even better. But remember, you're going to have to discuss this. Please discuss this with a parent. If there is not any crochet fairs, a lot going on in your community, personally, I don't like crochet fairs. I do enjoy crocheting online, but to crochet online, remember, please have a parent, because people online are, some of these people online are evil. You need to be safe and you need to be careful. But that's the best way for me to sell things online. Start selling with things to your family. Start selling with things in school. What okay, I'm a very long time away from 13, but what can be simple that you can make in 5 minutes that other 13-year-olds might want, that costs under $5? Start thinking about that. Something simple. Or, you got to hit up the family members. You're 13. You're still probably pretty cute and adorable. Hit them up. Let them see. Their family and friends will start to promote you. But online is the best way to promote your things. But please, once again, I repeat, do not sell anything online without your parents' permission. All right, Shannon Pillow says, do you get overwhelmed with orders for made items? Do you stick with patterns so you don't have to worry so much about keeping your stock up? Okay, I no longer do crochet items, but I do things. Oh, I spilled wine all over myself. Oh, I always forget the cover. Downsizing on 10 acres. You're pretty wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. I think this one stopped working. I don't know what happened. Oh no, I don't think I can turn it off now. Oh guys, the wine is killing me. But while I'm trying to figure out how to turn this off, everybody, let's give a cheers. Cups up to downsizing on 10 acres. Are you truly downsizing on 10 acres? Okay, guys, this is just for downsizing on 10 acres. My dream is to be not exactly a tiny houser, but I want to live as minimal as possible. I want to leave the smallest footprint on the earth as possible. I just want to almost be off the grid. I am that person who doesn't want to be connected to an electric bill, who doesn't want to be connected to society. I want to actually make money and earn electricity and feed and grow gardens and do this all stuff myself. Those are my favorite things to do. You should see me in the summer. I love growing gardens. And luckily, since I love growing gardens, my husband, he's the cook and chef in the house. He loves to can and store things. I love to live, what's the word, economically? That is my favorite thing. That is my dream. So tell me a little bit about that. Hopefully I won't miss this in the the scroll, but that's my dream. If any of you guys also want to hear about this, please encourage her to comment below. I want to make money and not work and almost live off grid. All right, here we go. We got some cheers to downsizing. We got cheers from Cool Crafty Creations. Oh, Promise 31 says she has to go. See you later. Hope to see you next week. Unapologetically Mocha says, hey everyone, glad I caught you today. I'm glad you showed up today. Oh, Molly. Okay, me and her, we're both on the same page. Me too. I want to live simple. I think that's freedom. For me, to be rich is not having a big house. It's not having a million items. For me, to be rich is to have time. Time is something you can never get back. That is what I dream of. I don't want to have to give my time to somebody that's my employer. I want it all to be my own. When I wake up in the morning, I want to think, what am I going to do today? I'm going to do Little John yarns. I don't want to think, I got to go into the office today and do work. I don't want to think about that. So, same page. Downsizing on 10 acres. We bought 640 square feet home from Stone Canyon Cabins in Alabama. Put it on 10 acres in Ohio. Love it, but miss the city. That sounds beautiful. Everybody give downsizing a cheer. That's awesome. Hey, Kristen. Hey, how you doing? She has a cheers too. Market eyes. I like the extra S. Why you don't post in Facebook Market? Me, I don't post in Facebook Market, but do I suggest posting in Facebook Market? Yes. I always forget to mention that, but definitely post in Facebook Market. Any place that you can think to post, like Macari, Let Go. These are apps that I'm talking about. Macari and Let Go, or on Facebook, Facebook Marketplace. If you're selling custom items, post everywhere. The more places you post, the more opportunities you have to make a sale. So if you're like, why am I not making any sales on Etsy? Maybe you just suck on Etsy. It's hard to sell on Etsy. Listen, I've only made one sale on Love Knitting. That's the pattern site. $1. $1. That's it. Know what? I must suck on that website. But luckily, I have so many other places that I sell on that I'm filling in that gap for money. So make sure you're everywhere. You're filling every single selling opportunity you can. Okay, I'm sorry. I asked question 3 times. Oh, this is from Gail Williams. If you asked a question before, don't feel bad because I must have missed it. Gail Williams says, I'm sorry, I asked a question 3 times and haven't gotten an answer. So I have to leave the group somewhere else to get the answer. Oh, I just seen your question. Oh, I'm so sorry. Try again. Listen, there's a lot of comments coming in. I try my hardest to answer every single question I can, but it's hard to get them all in at the same time. All right. Unchained Crochet says, yes, and health is wealth. I want to be more healthy. That is my goal too. Randomness on healthy. This week, me and my husband, we restarted. I'm drinking our green smoothies. I have been, my husband is a vegan cook. Am I a vegan eater? No, I love a hamburger every now and then. But we've been trying to get back into the healthy lifestyle. My husband is a vegan cook. He looks like he's a vegan cook. Me, I look like, you can't tell right now because this is right down here, but the booty and the hips is wide. But I look like I eat meat. But I've been trying to eat a better, healthier lifestyle. Here we go. Unapologetically Mocha. I inherited about an acre of land. I want to put 2 tiny houses on it. I live in one and use the other for my studio. I still have room for a garden, um, composting, and etc. Cheers to her. This is something I only talk about amongst my girlfriends. Actually, I talked about it with my husband also. I love my husband with all of my heart. He's the man of my dreams. He was made for me, but Lord, I am tired of cleaning up after him. He is the messiest thing. I have to pick his pants up from here, put his dishes in from here, or put the jelly back in the refrigerator because he can't put it back. All I want in my life from the man I love is for him to be my neighbor. So I want to get a small house. So I have a house that's nice and clean, and he has a house that's right next door. That's his dirty cesspool that he lives in that I'm not responsible for. Cheers. Okay, where am I? Oh, Beverly Washington, along with Etsy. Have you ever used Macari? I was just talking about, actually, I have used Macari. Macari is pretty awesome. The wonderful thing about Macari, you are able to print out your shipping label through Macari. So you don't have to worry about going to the post office or figuring out the size. I do recommend, I don't have one with me. I do recommend you're getting yourself a little kitchen scale. You can get those at Walmart, Amazon, or wherever. But Macari, let's say you're selling a crochet hat, whatever you're singing it, I burped. Whatever you're singing it, sending it in. I like to send mine in poly envelopes, poly mailers. That's what they're called. Poly mailers. What poly mailers are? This is an example one. A poly mailer is something plastic. Can you see? Plastic like this. and you just slap on the label and you ship it. Make sure you weigh it and you ship it. So Mercari, I definitely recommend that. It's like a no fuss type of how to explain it, shipping and selling. All right, Molly Smile. I live in Georgia right now, but I'm thinking about buying 1 acre of land in Alabama and putting a small trailer on it. I doubt if I move back to Pennsylvania. Oh, you're from Pennsylvania? Me too. Hey. Well, you were from Pennsylvania. I need extra room for yarn. I feel you. Okay, people are like, oh, you're lucky you have a craft room. This craft room is my living room. My house is I'm regular people. I'm regular people. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not the person who's a stay-at-home. There's nothing wrong with stay-at-home moms because listen, that is a hard job. But I'm a mom and I work midnight shift and my house is 1,100 square feet. It's tiny. My dream is to have a spot, but I do want like a she shed for my yarn. I just want my own little yarn spot and live my own little yarn life and live off the grid and just yarn. That's my dream. Is that too crazy? Cause me, I grew up in the country. I'm a country girl. I grew up playing in the woods, playing in the creek. You know your country if you say crick and not creek. Okay, let me hop into the comments. Okay, Billionaire Strong. Have you had any problems with NFL crochet items from a pattern you have bought? I haven't bought any patterns from any Crochet products, but I know there is that has to deal with intellectual crochet property. Well, intellectual property. The NFL owns anything like that. From the loophole that I learned from you guys last week during that live stream is, let's say you're going to create a Green Bay Packers crochet hat. You have the person who ordered it buy the patch and put it on themselves, but you create the hat. That's it. But if you're selling a specific Green Bay Packers hat, you can get involved in intellectual property infringement. How likely it is for the Green Bay Packers to come back and get you? Slim. But guaranteed, let's say you're selling hundreds and hundreds of these hats, they'll come and get you. That's what happens to the people on that were selling the crochet Yodas. Everybody's not in trouble for crochet Yodas. Crochet Yodas on Etsy. The people who have gotten trouble were the ones who were making a lot of money. Hmm. Okay, where am I? Oh, as usual. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have broke the seal like an hour ago. But I'm gonna hold it off. Oh, as usual, I try to every so many often. If you would like to help support this channel, oh my goodness. Guys, this is not coffee, this is not tea, it's wine. This is like cup number 3. Victoria Price says cheers. So this is Unchained Crochet. If you'd like to support this channel, you can help support this channel through Super Chat. It helps me continue to make free crochet patterns, give you informations, and step you through how to make crochet your business. I'm offering free information every single week. I believe there's enough money for all of us in this crochet business. But like I said, you can help donate through Super Chat. And if you do, I have 3 levels of actions that will happen when you donate. The first one, if it's I'm tipsy, if it's $4.99 and below, the disco light will go off. If it's $9.99 to $5 and below, the bubbles will start popping. If it's $10, oh, I'm checking. $10 and above, the balloon thing will pop up and a big balloon happy face will go off. Well, we'll see if that works. Okay, I think I got that all across. Relic goods. I have a crochet cheer. I have crochet cheer butt. Oh, you must know what I talk about. Okay. But that will change quickly as we just got new dog. We require frequent wash. Okay. What crochet butt is, I talked about this in one of my previous videos. You ever notice since I began crocheting, a couple years ago, I had a whole bunch of crochet tutorials with halter tops and cute little bralettes. You know why? Because I was 25 pounds lighter. since discovering or receiving or occurring crochet butt, that means I've been sitting around crocheting a lot. I have gained 25 pounds, and girl, it's coming on. I don't know. But I need to figure out something how to combat this crochet butt. Maybe like at the end of every single row, maybe do like 10 squats. I keep telling myself that. And then I get to the end of the row and say, I don't want to do a squat. I'm not doing this. But maybe that's what I need to do. I need to be like relic goods and maybe get a dog so I can not have crochet butt and walk a dog. My son wants a cat, but I'm so afraid to get a cat because he's afraid of dogs. I have so much yarn. What do you guys do when you have a cat and have so much yarn? How do you do that? And the smell of the yarn is not a big thing because I'm not creating custom orders. But I don't want the cat to get into my yarn. How do I prevent, that's the word. How do I prevent this from happening? Because my son and my daughter would love to have a cat. If I can figure out the secret behind this, let me know. Pink Scampy said, cheers to being neighbors with your husband. Uh, the love of my life, the man of my dreams. I just wish he was my neighbor because he's just disgusting. I I am so tired. I'm so tired. He don't get me wrong. I love the man with all of my heart. He's a talented man. He cooks me dinner every single night and makes my plate. He's a good man. Don't get me wrong. And his dream is also to become a crochet is also to become a chef. His thing is cooking. He loves cooking. But he's just so dirty that I'm just so tired where he can go to work and he just has to work and cook. Me, I have to work. I have to make sure my son, who needs 2.5 hours of help on homework every single night, I have to write a blog. I have to film videos. I have to edit. I have to comment. I have so much to do. I'm just tired, but but cheers to him being my neighbor. That's my dream. Two small houses on one property. I can see it. Okay, Gigi the Crochet Queen, do you suggest getting a P.O. box instead of using your own address? I suggest not using your home address. I actually only got my P.O. box a couple last December. Nobody ever mails me anything. I don't know. I truly don't know the benefit of having a mailbox. But if any of you guys would like to mail me anything, there's the link up above. There's my P.O. Box, P.O. Box 274, West Newton, PA. You can send it to Alysha Littlejohn, but don't feel obligated to just send anything there. If you want to happy mail me, you don't have to put money into a stamp. You can send it to my email. Just know I do get a lot of emails and I try to respond to many of them possible. But is it worth it? I don't know. But if you're going to list an email, yes, have a PO box because you don't know about the world. The world can be crazy. Makes sense. But is it beneficial? I don't know. It's all up to what you're doing with your PO box. Cynthia Mahmood said frugal. I am. Okay, what is else going on in here? Apologetically mocha. My dog is just as bad as a cat. I don't leave any of my yarn out. It's all in containers. I have so much yarn. Will it be safe if I have a cat? I'm scared. I want my kids to have some type of something to love and take care of and something to give them responsibility, but I'm afraid. Okay. Ooh, Mad Mimi Crochet. I have 4 cats, and while they sneak in my yarn, I have a separate room for my yard. See, I don't have a separate room for my yarn. My room is the living room. I'm going to give you a piece into the dining room. There's no door, As you can see, that is my dining room right there. There is no door, so I can't like section it off. So that stinks. Unapologetically Mocha. As for Crochet Butt, I have YouTube vids loaded on my laptop to watch while I'm on my treadmill. I don't want to get on a treadmill. I'm a little bit lazy. Daryl Lynn says, a yarn room. Heaven. It is. Laura Davenport, it's not hard to have a bag. It's not hard. It's not too hard if you have a bag you can use for the yarn. I do crochet walking and crochet chores, making dinner, and etc. You are a crochet queen. Oh, I do have a crochet bag that I have not been using too often. I always do crochet reviews. Check this out. Hey, Jada. Can you say hi to people again? Which I use when I like crochet and I walk along and whatnot. And I put the items in here. Oh, but the crochet review, I'll leave that on a link afterwards because you know every single week I do reviews on patterns. I have to go to the bathroom and my daughter's going to say hi. She's about to go to work to Taco Bell. Say hi to people, Jada.
Hi. You guys should tell her we should get a cat. Thank you. Hi.
Okay. Woo! Made it back. Did she do okay? How did you do, Miss Jada?
I just said hi.
Come here. Okay, they can't see you. Everybody, how did my YouTube substitute do? My little girl, she's about to go work hard at the Taco Bell, making all those wonderful tacos. I'm so proud of you. Let's see.
Yeah, I did learn how to do my makeup on YouTube.
See, look, I want my eyes to look like hers. How do you get your face in there? How do you do that? Look at that young skin. Look at that. It's so plush and beautiful. Man. How do you get that? I got the crow's feet. Okay, let's get back in there. Oh, I just
Cats
see.
won't do anything to the yarn.
What you say?
They're saying cats won't do anything to the yarn.
You're not supposed to hear about the cats. The cats
Why,
are supposed to see.
I'm not hearing about it. I'm reading about it.
Guys, the cats are supposed to be secret. I was thinking about surprising kids with the cat. But I'm just so scared. So let's scroll up and see what everybody has to say about cats. Is it recommended? Okay, Relic Good says, I've never permitted our dog or cats to play with any of my craft supplies. It's training. No chewing on slippers, no toys that resembles home goods. Okay, so I guess with anything, you got to be consistent. Victoria Price says, hello, lovely daughter. Maggie QI says, a lot of calories in liquor. True, but it's not as many calories as in soda. I don't know. I might be lying. I don't know. Dawn S, do you learn how to do your makeup on YouTube? Yes, she says she does learn how to do her makeup on YouTube. Me, I don't know what to do. I try to get my daughter to do mine. I'm like, please, daughter, teach me how to do my makeup. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, we got another one. Who just sent that? Let me see if I can scroll down and see who sent. Unchained Crochet, thank you so much. Oh, this is for Jada. I owe you $10. This is for your it says for my daughter from Unchained Crochet. Jada, say thank you. This is going directly to her.
Thank you.
This is gas money for an 18-year-old. She thanks you very much. Oh, that is so wonderful. Oh, and Jada, Mad Mimi's Crochet said cats are definitely recommended. So maybe we can get a cat. Maybe. She's down there. You can't see her. Maybe.
I gotta get.
All right, love you, baby doll. And Unchained Crochet, my daughter appreciates the gas money. And don't give me, I said it so she knows it's going directly to her. Okay, Gigi, the crochet queen. Cats are easy, but the litter box was my least favorite. Go to the Humane Society and take the children with you. It scrolled up on me. They attach to whomever they're with the most. I think I shall. I maybe have to take them babies with me because, of course, I have my 18-year-old. But the one who really wants, well, they both want it, is also my 8-year-old. Shelly says, bubbles. And I did remember to cover up this time on Victoria. And Gigi says, cheers, cheers for the bubbles. Okay, Wendy says, the only time I had a problem with cats chasing yarn was when they were small kittens and they chased everything. Actually, I might not get a kitten. I think it's a great idea to go to Humane Society and probably get an adult cat that's already trained because you know what? I don't got the time for any of it. So I'd rather probably likely find an adult cat. And I guess everybody probably wants kittens. Okay, Laura Davenport. If I sit in my chair, my cat joins me but never touches the yarn because I trained them not to play with the yarn while working. I guess this is a job for YouTube. I'm going to have to learn how to train an animal pet. I've never had a pet in my entire life. Growing up, my mom never let us have pets. And I always wanted one. And then I became a parent. And since I've never had pets, I never let my kids have pets. But I realized they're missing out on something wonderful in their life. And I don't want to be that person that takes it away from them. So thank you guys for all the tips. Unchained Crochet, you're welcome. Man, when I was her age, gas was 99 cents a gallon. And I'm almost 47. LOL, you're welcome. I know, right? $10 ain't going to get you nowhere. Back in the day, $10 will get you a place. Jada, Unchained Crochet, who donated $10 to your gas fund, said back in the day, gas was 99 cents a gallon. My daughter says she wishes was that cheap. Food Fighter says, hi, Australia. Wish the bottle shop was open, LOL. 8:35 Sunday here. Great channel. That is so amazing. You're already on tomorrow compared to U.S. time. So happy tomorrow to you. Morning. Good morning to you.
Love you.
All right, give me a kiss on my cheek. Love you, sweetie pie. Give me a kiss. Drive safely, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, my daughter is off to Taco Bell. Okay, I'm probably just going to talk for a little bit longer. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you ask it now because I'm out of here in the next 5 minutes. All right, Shelly says, oh, Tina, she is releasing a pattern on Monday. Daryl Lynn says, gotta go. Love all you yarniacs. I like that. I've never heard the term yarniacs. I like to use yarnies, but yarniacs? I like that. Can I borrow it? Yarniacs. All right. Let's see. Kristen HTC TV. Get ready for throwed up hairball. Okay, this one for some reason was hidden for spam, but I'm going to read it before it pops up. Kristen from HTT TV. Get ready for throwed up hairballs. If you don't keep the litter box clean, they pee in the house, smell like ammonia cat, like they own space, so get some cat furniture. Definitely. That's what I'm also scared of because my home is only 1,100 square foot, so it's small. I'm fearful of that pee smell. Ooh. All right. Maggie Q says no cats. Shelly says I didn't get a car until I was 23. Took a bus or walks. I was skinny then. Now my daughter drives me around. You know what? These kids are so spoiled, and I can't lie, I'm one of the spoilers. My parents didn't allow me to get a car until I was 18 years old or get a license. So I decided my daughter wasn't going to get a license until she was 18. That didn't come through. She got her license when she was 16 because she had so many school events. I'm working midnight shift. I was not able to transport her back to all these school events. So she got her license, You're allowed to apply at 16, but you have to wait 6 months. So she got her license at 16. So she's been driving since then, but she didn't have a car yet. But
Can I have one of these lollipops?
yeah, she can have one of them lollipops. Love you, Jada. Be safe. But after she graduated high school, she decided to go to community college. She needed a car. If she would have went away to college, I wouldn't have got a car because she could live on campus and just do what she needs to do, walk back and forth to campus. But since she chose to stay home and use community college, I live in a rural area. There's no buses. So we got her a car. Luckily, between myself and my awesome parents, we split the cost of a car. My daughter also paid a third of the car with her graduation money. So, Oh, we got another comment from Christian. It came up as spam, but I'll make it live in a second. Christian HTC TV. I got so many hairballs. Surprise. So nasty. Cat litter can be so smelly. I don't want smelly cat litter. How do you prevent it from being smelly? Is it just something I have to just always be on so it doesn't smell? I want my children to have pets. My daughter, she's a social person, but my son, he's very much an introvert. And I feel like a pet can give him responsibility and something to connect to. But as a mom, I don't want more work. I'm tired of working. So, guys, give me some tips. Okay, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Coralism. I think I pronounced that right. I have 3 cats and no special yarn room. They leave my yarn alone for the most part. You should totally get a cat. I think so. I think I'm going to get a cat. I don't know. We'll see within the next 2 months. If I get a cat, I'm probably going to get a cat. And you guys will see. But I don't want to do more work. My son is terrified of dogs, and I know I don't feel like I have the time to taking out a dog, but I just don't want my house to smell like pee. Okay, Shelly says, male cat spray, get a female cat. If it's a male cat, get his stuff cut off. That's why they spray, because of marking his area. So you guys are saying I need a female cat. And I need a female cat that's probably an adult. So I'm narrowing down exactly what I need to get. So cat that's trained, and that's a female. All right. Angela Wood says, scoop the poop and change the tray every 2 days. All right. Dawn S, read my post. No spell until 3 days. So then it's time to change it. Oh, I must have missed your post. Oh, wait. Did I miss the post from above? If you have a male, he must be neutered. We got the self-cleaning box. Expensive but worth it. We keep it in the basement, but no cleaning and no smell. So you don't need a litter box in all of your house. You just need it in one spot. So the cats are smart enough to just go in one particular area. I'm completely new. Okay, guys, I taught you some stuff, so now it's time for you to start teaching me some things. So they just go, if I keep it in my basement, that's where they'll go. Okay. Gigi, the crochet queen, says clean the litter box daily. Coffee, Crochet, and Cuddle said, this is why dogs are better. There's no litter boxes to smell the house. Good point. My kid's afraid of those. Shelly says allergic to cats. They are beautiful, so I got dogs. They are spoiled. I know since my son, I only have 2 children. Since my son is 8 years old, he's no longer the cute little baby. I don't have pictures around. He's no longer that cute little baby that I used to cuddle in my arms. His shoes, I actually put on, it snowed here in Pennsylvania yesterday, and I had to get him some snow boots. I actually took my 8-year-old snow boots and put them on my feet. His feet are as big as his mother's. My baby has big old feet. So I'm missing as a mom. I don't want to have a baby because I snip them tubes. As a mother, I'm missing that baby love. And I feel like hopefully a pet can feel that baby love for me. All right. Unapologetically Mocha. You have to take the cat to the litter box. Once they know where it is, they'll use it. Just need one. Okay. Self-clean. Oh, Dawn S says self-cleaning litter box, 150, worth every penny. No cleaning. Change the cartridge once every 3 to 4 weeks. See, that's what I want. I'm not afraid. I'm cheap, but I'm not afraid to spend money to save time, if that makes sense. I'll buy a self-cleaning something so I don't have to clean it something every single day. So awesome for the great tip. I'm going to try to remember that, write that down. Ooh, Beverly Washington. Cats shed and hair will float and be all over. Cats have their own mind. They really can't be trained like dogs, and that will scratch. It's not that I'm not too worried about hair being everywhere because the items that I'm creating, I'm not selling. And if I do decide to get rid of them, the items I'm donating. So they can wash them and do whatever. It's not my responsibility. So I'm not worried about people who are allergic or something like that. Oh, back to Beverly Washington. She said, also make sure people aren't allergic. I'm cool, not selling. Oh, Shanita Brown, she says, hello from Wichita, just joining in what I missed. You missed a whole bunch. But unfortunately, we're about to wrap this up. We talked about crochet panels, how to create your own crochet designs by creating panels, by creating squares. Squares is the shape of your body. If you can create a granny square, you can probably create your own crochet top. Or we learned about crochet increases, how an increase can take a straight little panel into a ruffle or into a spiral or into a perfectly flat circle. Crochet increases are the building block to creating any brand new pattern. And if you want to learn about that, I actually left the blog link about crochet increases all in the description box below. Laura says, see my comment above. I have 4 cats and lots of yarn. It's not hard, cat learn. Well, I'm sure she said it's not hard for cats to learn. Whenever you put the litter box, they will go. Just make sure they have access to it all the time. I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to wrap this up. We've been talking for almost 3 hours, guys. Cheers to that. Actually, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we're going to wrap this up right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. And if you're skimming through this, watching on a replay, if you want to know all the information, watch on a replay, just watch the first 30 minutes. Because the more you watch this, the more you realize I've been drinking entirely too much this whole live stream. And thank you to all those who've donated through Super Chat. It's been a hoot watching the disco light, the balloons, and the smiley face balloon goes off. They've all almost gave me a heart attack. And I appreciate you so much for donating all live. And Victoria, she says, cheers, and to buy all. Oh, one more thing. Let's see what else. Sandra, I have a good rest of the weekend, everybody. All right, guys, thank you for joining my live stream, and I'll see you all in the very next tutorial.